All
see.
right.
So,
We've got our second game of the night here, Jen. It's Sooner versus Vince. If Vince can win here, then they're gonna go to the rubber match on Saturday with Isak and Chewy here. They're rolling for Prio. I should probably get up my stream review.
yep.
I'm Mike. We're here with Jin tonight. We've got Vince Chan playing Apocalypse into Sooner playing Professor X. We're getting rolling quickly, so it looks like Sooner won priority. I'm not sure. I feel like he's gonna take his extracts because he wants midline. No, he took his secure. So we got Guardian Save Shi'ar and Scrolls.
Oh, okay. This should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, with Sooner having priority here, he'll be able to safe grab and then put a little bit of pressure on Vince round one. I'll be curious to see what Vince does for picking up here. While the players decide on, oh, can you just say something, Jen? I just want to make sure your mic's getting picked up.
Yeah. Hello. Testing. Testing. One,
Yeah,
two,
we're
three.
seems like we're good.
You good?
Cool, cool, cool. People are in the chat already. Simon, Bork, what's up? What's up? What's up? I guess you guys hear us just fine. Okay, we've got the chat going, we've got the players going. All right, so on Sooner side, we've got Zemo, Beast, Bill, Sif, Magic, Jane. Oh, they got rid of their list, but guess what, guys? We've got technology here. Ready for it? Ready for it? Lists on the screen. Let's go. Top tier,
Let's go.
top tier stream right here, boys. Did they happen to mention what the threat level they're playing at is? I'm gonna assume 17, given that Apocalypse typically likes the lower threat values. But again, on Sooner side, we have Okoye, Jane, Rogue, Zemo, Professor X, Magic, Shang-Chi, Beast, Lady Sif, who you don't normally see, but she's going to be a good consumer and good producer for that leadership. And it gives him an opportunity to play Asgard, although he doesn't have any cards for that, so I don't think we'll be seeing any Asgard at this event. On Vince's side, we've got Apocalypse, Beast, Magic, Toad, Psylocke, Gambit, Colossus, the Blob, Bullseye, and Iron Fist. Okay, I don't think we're going to see Iron Fist here tonight, but let's be sure to ask Vince afterwards what the Iron Fist tech is here. I know he, I think he was talking about with Ben that after his last event he wanted some more options for like 20 threat, but I don't think Iron Fist solves that. But he does have heroes for hire in his list. Maybe he's got an
Yeah, I think it.
issue with heavy like attrition teams or something.
Right. You have both sacrifice and heroes for hire on the list, so I think it's just to safeguard him against like Asgardian hits like from Jane or something.
Hmm.
So if he does go 20, I would assume that's primarily for the fact that we have an extra bodyguard online.
Yeah, I'm curious to see the future of Apocalypse because I think both APOC and Inhuman still haven't hit their full ceiling. I think there's some really interesting duels out there with APOC that people are starting to explore. I'm not referencing the Professor X one. I'm playing that largely for fun, and I don't think that's the optimal duel for APOC. I think something like what Chewy was doing last, I think it was Second Wind, where he played APOC plus Black Order. I think that's something, or that type of list could be really interesting going forward. And then on the Xavier side over here, given that he's already got three Asgard models, I mean, it doesn't take much to add in another card, right?
Yeah, I was actually surprised there wasn't an Asgard card in there. So it looks like this is purely Professor X lesson that's, you want to play some cards down.
Yeah, I mean looks like we've got some activations here. We got some characters
Okay.
coming out, so let's see what they are bringing. Let's hide our lists. Uh, no? Maybe there's something going on Vince's side here.
Okay.
What's up, Garrett? Sweepy in the chat. Okay, so they're hiding lists again, so I'll go to
Yep.
our pro streamer move and get their list back on the stream. It's not a double stream call, it's a triple stream today. We got triple streams today and tomorrow. Nobility just picked up. So you guys got to get your picture in picture ready tomorrow because we've got Nasty streaming tomorrow. No, someone's streaming Nasty versus Schmidt. Is it Cole? Is Cole streaming that? I think Cole might be streaming that. We've got a Lucas stream at one point tomorrow. We've got a Chewy stream, a Nobility stream. There's three streams tomorrow. I don't remember who they all are. I'm sure I could look it up. But we've got three streams tomorrow. Omar's in the chat. We've got Omar doing some debut commentary. I think tomorrow at 7:30, which is
Ready?
exciting. Yeah, I've been trying to rope in some new commentary blood, Jen. Not for my stream, of course. We're locked in here with you and DeLuca. We've got a thing. We can't break that yet. So I'm throwing all the new guys onto, Cole and Chewy and Nasty. Let them break in there.
Yeah, it should be good. Like I like everybody that's one to pick up the streams. Everyone provides a lot of good energy. So hopefully that's the co-commentators will help liven that up even more, for the experience for the audience and for the hosts themselves too.
Yeah, if people are interested in streaming too, I made a video. I haven't made it public yet, but I've shared it. I shared it with you. I shared it with Simon. So if you're interested in how to get streaming and using OBS, I can definitely send that people's way to help them get started. Simon looks like he's gonna be breaking into the streaming world next month. I'm sorry, next week to help us out. Ben in the chat noting that I haven't invited them back on. That's true, Ben. I haven't. I also haven't invited you back on variant cover either. Those are things that haven't happened yet.
Yep, I think there was that one time that was me and Ben that were on stream, and I believe we had this discussion of like Dracula versus Mummy being the best model out of that box. And Ben had controversial opinions. We couldn't let him back on since then.
Fair enough. It looks like we're activating here. We've got on Sooner's side Shang-Chi, Jane, Magic, Rogue, and Professor X. So we are playing at 20 threat. And on Vince's side, we've got APOC, Bullseye, Psylocke, Magic, and Beast.
Huh?
Okay, I was gonna say I'm not the strongest math student, but surely there was a character missing there. We've got a
I would agree with that.
yeah. Let's see who that character is. Well, I figured we've got probably a war, a pestilence, and a famine here, so maybe a death
I believe it's going to
gambit?
be a Death Toad.
Oh, a death
Yeah,
toad.
Death
There you
Toad.
go. That
Yeah, it
makes
had to be a
sense.
two threat because of
Yeah,
the this.
I'd be real scared to run toad in this matchup here, just because the amount of pressure Sooner can do round one. I mean, a rogue can go double walk and mutant absorb toad, and potentially even just kill him right there. And if she doesn't, someone else is going to be able to walk up and maybe do the last damage or two to Toad. So I'll be on the lookout for that round one.
Yeah, I think it's just because like Toad can get that home scroll right pretty safely, so you can probably move in a way that you shouldn't be able to be double walk mutant absorption range by Rogue.
The terrain here looks like it's going to play an interesting impediment round one to both players because it doesn't look like Vince can pick up that scroll agent easily with that size one in front of it, and Sooner has to deal with the Blackbird in front of his scroll agent. So we may not actually see much in the way of safe grabs round one, which just makes a more interesting game in my opinion.
Well, actually, the Toad is actually fine because you can range two interact.
True.
I think you might actually be fine. As far as the Blackbird, I believe the inside of the wing is within range three, so it's possible that someone could still get there. Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm looking at the range three too. I'm looking at the map, and I don't think it's outside the possibility. Is what I'll say, Mike.
Fair enough. Omar's calling out he thinks it's a Deluca map. Let's check that out real quick. It is a Deluca map, yes. Deluca maps tend to be terrain heavy is not the right word. Terrain tends to play an impact on round one plays, which is something I really enjoy. Okay, so for tactics cards on Vince's side, we've got Brace, Immortal Servants, Sack, First One, and Recal. Pretty standard APOC cards on Sooner side. Fallback, Recal, Xavier's Dream, First Class, and Brace for Impact. Not a lot of surprises there. I'm going to be really curious to see how the six wide APOC plan plays. I think Ben was telling me that's something that Vince preferred doing at 20 threat. And I think that's what they played at his game. And I forgot what the GT was called, Ben. Can
It's
it?
the Guardian Open, I want to say, hosted by Aegis Brand Studios Leland. I think put that together, so it was very nice of him to make it a nice one day GT.
Okay, so Sooner's got Magic coming out here on the south side. Expecting probably a walk flip and teleport to pass some power around. A lot of models that the train for Sooner this game is going to be really strong because once Magic starts, you've got three models that will be easy to get online with their charges, terrain throws, etc. And if he's got the range to do it, he could have Xavier pick up his home scroll, and he's probably in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, that would be pretty ideal.
Vince's Psylocke going down largely in the center for him, but cheated towards his north security terminal.
Yep, she should be within two moves to get to either scroll option. I assume this is going to be a far scroll counterpunch, is what my opinion, prediction would be for her role.
Yeah.
Okay, so can Charles get on the plane? I guess.
Oh yeah, looks like it's gonna be a little tight.
Yeah.
No,
I
he's
think
good.
he might make it. He's good, yeah.
The bigger question is, does this impact his walk towards that scroll?
I think he put a tool out in the midair just to see what it is, and I think Charles will be fine.
Okay,
Actually, he should be able to get to the side, to what it be more northern side, off the plane, and he should be able to hopefully be able to grab it from there.
fair enough. Because you suspect that if Charles picking up a scroll is probably not gonna roll the crit wild on his two dice, or at least
Yeah,
you have to
probably.
assume that when you're planning, right?
Yeah. We will assume that he's going to get pushed, but he's still pretty fast with a medium base medium move, so he should be able to get back somewhere, at least less exposed.
Vince looks like he's placing down Beast across his south security terminal, 2 walks away from a scroll agent. With where that satellite is placed on the south side, you're not too fearful of picking up a scroll and getting pushed into too much danger?
Would agree. Yeah, whenever you're playing scrolls, like leveraging any terrain to sort of limit the push factors, it would be huge to make you feel a lot safer. Even if you have to double move and pick up something.
Yeah, I'm going to be really curious to see what Sooner's plan is for picking up slash providing pressure. If there's any kind of tell with where his models place. Given that he has priority, there's a good chance maybe Shang just picks up the North Scroll and then he sets up Rogue and Jane to punish the South Scroll.
Could see that. Yeah. Um, so
Yes.
it looks like Rogue and Magic, yep, are on the south end. So I would imagine then the Jane and Shang would be on more towards the north side for coverage.
Today I learned I can't spam my own chat. If I try to type 2 messages in the chat, it just doesn't go through. It's interesting. Okay, so that is Rogue placed down for Sooner, set up to punish,
Yep.
and Bullseye going down for Vince,
Yep.
set up on that north side. I'd be curious to get his opinion on playing the Bullseye Toad versus playing like a Colossus or something there. I guess if you don't want to play Death Psylocke, like your options are kind of limited at 4 threat, because your other 4 threats are what, Wolverine, and I don't think he had that in his list.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, he doesn't
Let's
have a
see.
4 threat Death, so I mean he does with Psylocke, but it does kind of like back him into some certain choices. Okay, so we have Bullseye
Yeah.
going down here by this space rock. So he could also go pick up that scroll or just go flip a security terminal. Maybe freeze up Beast for a pest bomb round one.
Yep. Bullseye can move in a way to sort of punish whoever like goes to that objective. But I also just like the fact that I assume what Vince is thinking is that since it's a pay to flip scenario, that you want to have last activation whenever possible. So even if you end up taking weaker models, quote unquote, to do so, being able to have the ability to flip, let's say, 2 points before the round ends, I think is a big deal to make sure he can keep score pressure on.
I know on Guardian Save Shiar that Shang can move, charge, attack something, and then get onto that back point. I don't know if any of the 35mm base models can double move and get there round one. I feel like they're just out.
Yeah, but there's a lot of characters that are on this board that are going to have interesting movement tricks, like either the telekinetic combat, the hops, like Toad, also the Toad hop as well. So it'll be interesting, I think.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what the round one options are. Shang going down for Sooner on the north side. Again, I'm expecting a scroll pickup. He might have been just waiting to see where Magic went down. War Magic is a little bit less scary when you count blanks. We've got Toad
Yep,
going down on the south side for Vince, right next to Bullseye. Both models are definitely afraid of a rogue round one.
would definitely agree with that. So it looks like if Toad goes there, definitely no safe grab with Toad, but a range to grab behind this little like barricade scroll may not be too bad. Well, no, maybe we're thinking about back to a center line grab with Toad. Okay, looks like we're committing to a center line grab with Toad potentially.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea because Toad on going for either other scroll isn't really safe. Ooh, Vince hard committing his APOC down to the south side is interesting.
Hmm.
I feel like usually you see APOC go center, then he's got options. Both players kind of saying whoever picks up that scroll on the south side is getting punched in the face round one.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we have our Power Phase and we have our assignments. So yep, Death Toad once again, Pestilence Beast, War Magic, and Famine Psylocke for those tuning in. Okay, it's going to be initial magic activation. First class has been played. First interact will be free.
Yep, so we have Magic moving up here. She's going to double move, pick up that scroll, and teleport back. A little aggressive if you get pushed here. You're going to be able to get potentially double tapped even with the... Oh, she's got to use a short movement tool to go on top of the antenna?
Oh, again, the magic of TTS says this would be a nightmare to do in real life.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he's measuring. I definitely wasn't expecting Magic to be the one to grab here, but he does have fallback. He did not bring to me my X-Men.
Yeah, because potentially you could have done pick this up, hopefully not move, hop back, and then to me my X Men and be maybe behind some line of sight blocking terrain.
Yeah,
Um,
I could see this being
but
in response to the fact that Finn's hard committed so far to the south.
yeah.
So we have a push coming in here. So Magic is going to be pushed.
Oh,
This is a little scary for Sooner because you do have a double tap coming in now from APOC, although you can fall back. You can only fall back really on the second one, but if oof, yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way. I'm trying to think if there's a way to like get the powertrain going so she's got fall back up faster. But I guess it really depends on what Vince wants to do here.
yeah. Certainly, he's got no shortage of people that can put pressure on Magic right now. So even if
Yeah,
we hop one back, there's not much he's going to be able to do to get outside of attack ranges right now.
yeah. So if you're not watching, Magic's been pushed up to be within range 3 of APOC. Uh, the reason Sooner wants to do that is so that on the north side, it's just really Magic that can pick up for Vince. So Sooner gets a similar punish and attack into Magic up there. So if this gamble works off and Magic doesn't daze round one, then Sooner's in a really good position. Simon in the chat
Yeah,
calling out, yes, Simon, I was gonna mention the same thing once APOC's activation comes across. I'd much rather walk War Builder since you know that he has fallback online. I think that's really good. Magic looks like he's gonna be trying to get cover here on that bounce back. I think he should be fine.
at the same time, though, yeah, a Famine Hop is just going to be able to ignore cover. It looks like, and
Yeah,
Bullseye doesn't care about that cover either.
Simon though, I think Simon's line is a little bit stronger. I think you want to just walk Builder and with War, and then you can even flip the security panel, which leaves Beast free to go like double move flip, Pest Bomb, etc.
Yeah.
I think that's the play I would be looking at. But I lost my round one game, Jin, so maybe people shouldn't listen to me.
Well, I mean, I lost my round game either, so I don't know why they should be listening to either of us.
Let's go. I gotta get DeLuca back on. Or Simon.
uh,
Simon being my other usual co-commentator. Those are the winners. So
yep,
we got some
yep.
winners on here. Simon says that 31%. That line is a 31% to one-shot Magic. Yeah, I believe it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's not uh, that's not considering Simon either any rerolls that he might have by that point in the round, because you're not pressured to do anything right now. All right, so we're gonna have Toad move up here for Vince and just pseudo safe grab, safe grab that home scroll.
Yep. Once again, terrain being no problem for Toad due to the wall crawler and the range 2 interact. So he will be very safe from any pushes, even if he were to be pushed.
Yeah, Cole pointing out, I forgot to mention that the power was passed to Jane, so Jane's got charge and terrain throws online.
Correct. Yes. We'll definitely try to do a better job of calling those out. Thank you, Cole.
Yeah, so now Toad is getting pushed, but of course he's got the medium move, so he can kind of go where he wants. He's got to be careful here because Jane can walk charge. I don't think he's going to be able to get to Toad, so I think he's going to be pretty safe this round.
Yeah, I would say either get him behind cover or into cover would be best, and it looks like that's what's happening now. So we're getting him on top of this, I believe, a size 2 container here.
Yep. And with Vince being 6 wide and Sooner being 5 wide, like Vince has all the time in the world to kind of wait and hold his activations to see how Sooner responds. Yeah, and this is kind of what I was expecting here. Shang-Chi's going to go pick up that scroll. He's not particularly threatened by Magic or Psylocke, who have to interact with him at a shorter range. And
Yeah, I mean there is a side bow technically, but like I think you're probably okay taking those and
yeah,
just rolling
and
your 4 dice anyway.
Magic can roll, her 4 die energy attack into Shang from outside his blank range as well. But you're not particularly scared
Oh,
of
that's true.
either of those. So
Yep.
Shang double walks here, picks up a scroll. He's going to take a test, as you would say. We've got extracts on Toad for Vince, Shang-Chi, and Magic for Sooner.
All right, our first pass for the scroll wrestle, so we are all set there for Shang.
Okay, so that's Shang-Chi done. Back over to Vince, who still has 4 activations left. You can kind of go with one of your bullseye maybe for a pseudo pass if you want it. Looks like we might be seeing the Cybo come out here.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes you do spike the damage, so it'll be interesting. And plus, you're not losing anything because you're just going to have to walk up and take the test anyway to pass on the Empress point.
Absolutely. And because it's a gainer, she will have the Psy Walk. What I don't remember what it's called. Available to her next round. Her pseudo charge.
Yeah, the telekinetic combat, I believe
That's the
that's what it's
one.
called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Psylocke walks up. She's gonna throw 4 dice at Shang-Chi. Or does she maybe take her flip first? That way, if she wants to walk within 2, she can. Yeah. I don't know. We're throwing bows.
Well, it is. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Just one on Vince's side. But, we don't have to worry about walking because we didn't get the trigger.
Yep.
So no
So
damage.
probably not worth the reroll. I think because she does have a once per turn reroll she could do for some power, but I don't think she'll take it.
She's also famine as well, so she doesn't want to get too close to Shang-Chi round 1 anyway.
Yes, correct.
Oh, she is paying a power to reroll.
Oh, I am mistaken. Vince has more plans than I thought.
Yeah, so he was looking for the hit there to walk. I wonder if he was looking to walk just outside of 3 so he gets the famine, whatchamacallit?
That could be it. Yeah, just so that you can
Oh no, he
potentially
paid
turn off a
to
charge next round.
he did pay to roll on the point. I'm not sure. I
Okay.
I thought I saw a reroll there. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh no, he did. Yeah,
No.
because he paid the power because it's a gainer.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
it's a gainer. Yeah, so he should be at 0 right now, which is what Psylocke is at.
Yeah, the
Yep.
unfortunate thing is that she won't have her telekinetic combat online at the start of next round, but she does have a famine hop available to her,
Yeah.
so that not a super big deal.
Yeah, I think no matter what, Psylocke should easily be able to get in range of some targets next round. So
Yeah.
we'll see who sooner activates next in round two.
So that's our first flip of the game for Vince's side. Sooners right now looking to see if he can walk. Yeah, he's able to single walk, pick up a scroll, and safe grab that.
Yep. All right. Our fantastic 2 die test on Charles. Let's go, Professor. See what you can do.
You know what? Not impossible, Jim, because I watched a game last night where a guy got world dom on a D map. Just shows me anything is possible on
Man,
stream.
anything is possible. I like to believe in people, Mike. At the end of the day, and I want to make sure their dreams come true.
Okay, so Charles is gonna get pushed here, but he does have a medium walk. The thing is, though, he can only really walk to. He can't walk that far. because
Okay, are we?
I think they're looking maybe at how the terrain impacts. Yeah, look, based on I'm just reading the quote unquote body language of where their fingers are, and I'm guessing where there's a conversation about how the blackbird impacts that.
Yeah, because of the silhouette of the Blackbird, it's kind of hard to push Sooners Charles more south. So it's going to be probably something more north or yeah, east. Sorry, westward.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter because Charles is going to walk where he wants anyway. And if you're Sooner, you're probably okay going towards that north side where you're like not under a lot of pressure.
And at the same time, though, it would be nice to be able to give Magico at least one reroll, maybe to hope that she doesn't get one shot.
Yeah, and also offer passing of a power or something along those lines.
Man, I do kind of wish we saw Sif come out for sooner. Like I hadn't considered her as like such a good like activator, like offensively for Charles's power loop, you know?
Yeah.
So
So that's
all right.
Charles getting pushed. He's got a walk available to him still. I think he wants to see what he can. I think where he is right now is actually a pretty good spot in order to impact Jane. Oh, he's actually going to pay and flip on the point. He
Oh,
does because he gets 3 dice and a reroll, so there's no reason
that's
to not
true.
take that. Yeah,
Yep,
and
he
he's
is
the.
actually the best flipper.
That's actually really good for him because that might have been where like his goal in the end anyway. Because now Jane doesn't have to flip; she can just double, walk charge.
Correct. Yeah. No, that's actually a big deal.
So charge.
All right, we still have one move. Hmm. Oh, are we going toad hunting? No. Okay, not quite yet.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to get too aggressive with your Xavier, right? Because I mean Magic can still walk up and take some shots in the Charles.
Yeah,
So that's Charles done. We've got 3 extracts on the Sooner side, although one of them is in a really precarious spot as Magic is within double tap range of Apocalypse at the moment, or a Walk War Builder in her. We've got one on Charles, one on Shang-Chi on the north side in a fairly safe position. Just Magic threatening over there. And on the south side, we've got Beast, Apoc, and Bullseye all unactivated, staring down Magic with just Rogue for backup. I think there's definitely a world where Vince potentially goes up on VPs this round, with Beast flipping a couple of secures here, and Apoc potentially getting Magic round one.
I agree. Um, Although I think, oh, but the thing is, Beast is only going to be able to flip one point because he only has one actual power. It looks like
Oh,
so.
no, no, my friend. You see, if Beast rolls a skull, we get to get greedy and then make another walk. Although that terrain might impact his ability to double flip here,
The
actually.
Yeah, so it looks like we are just going for an attack. So no double flip.
Ooh,
Solid. Ooh, very solid attack,
two,
and
three
with
successes so
the skull.
far. Yep, 3 successes so far. 4 successes on Vince's side with just one block to Sooner. So we're gonna be poking through 3 here. Notable, no wild, no ambush available to him.
Correct. But maybe you're probably okay where you are because I assume he's going to intend to try to flip the point anyway.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to though, right? Like if you got an ambush, you could have walked, flipped Sooner's back point, and just let Bullseye grab that security terminal. We do have a roll coming in here. I think he used the Horseman token there to poke through another damage. So Magic's sitting at 4 damage out of 6, and that's perfectly fine for Vince because he can just pest bomb and get that token back for APOC. But he might just kill Magic here and not need not need it.
Yeah, potentially. You could throw the terrain into her, or you can just toss her back towards Apoc and Bullseye as well. Okay,
He
yep.
yep
We
has
got
Schluntz, so he's gonna get that token back. Simon, I'm not sure I understand here. What was quote unquote greedy? Um, I'm not sure I see it. Okay, he's going to be throwing magic now towards his team. Oh yeah, now Bullseye can potentially double tap into her. Yeah.
Yep, easy peasy. Yep. Space Rock being size 2 is like bugging me out a bit, but that's okay. I'm
Yeah, Simon, I'm going to disagree with you that that was greedy because he refunded one, so APOC still can war and kill her right here, or Bullseye can poke her. Like the downside to losing one single horseman token is pretty minimal here. Like I think Vince feels pretty good about the way that exchange went. And the upside is you kill magic with one action remaining.
You walked attacked,
Yeah,
yeah.
so what are we rolling on here?
That's a good question. Someone attacked. I
Oh,
assume,
there was a pass from Sooner, and then Bullseye took a
yeah.
shot into magic.
Yep.
So now Bullseye's going to pick up. Yeah, so now Bullseye. So you've got now the parity that you were looking for this round if you're Vince, and you've managed to get an attrition lead. So you're feeling really good right now if you're the APOC player, and you're 6 wide, so you've got options for pay to flip dominance as well. Your Apocalypse still hasn't gone yet. I'm gonna guess that Beast missed the roll in the pay to flip.
I don't think there was a roll
That's what I
taken, to
mean.
be
Like
honest.
he missed the opportunity. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
Yep, he certainly had the power to pay for it, so unfortunate mistiming. All right, so Bullseye was pushed by the scroll, right, Mike? And
Yeah,
we're looking to see what follow-up move we want for Bullseye.
yeah. He's gonna
Do you think?
move. If he,
Yeah,
I think he couldn't have even single walked to the security terminal, so the pressure is on Apocalypse to have to flip that. Yeah, it's probably just a. I mean, Vince mentioned before we start streaming here, he hasn't played in a month, um, so he's probably a little rusty. Notable though that a month ago when he did play, he got second at a pretty major GT in Canada. So
I was looking at his APOC win rate, and it was I think like about 90% over the 20 games played. So despite Vince not playing very much, like yeah, certainly there's something very core fundamentally wise that he understands about this team that he's doing very well with.
yeah, but Ben shows us that anyone can play APOC and have a high success win rate though.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Even playing Cable in your list.
Mm.
Okay, so that's Bullseye activated. We still have APOC and Magic still to go for Vince. We've got extracts on Toad and Bullseye in various very safe places for Vince. On Sooner side, we've got it on Professor Xavier and Shang-Chi, who are on his north side, and also in pretty safe positions this round. But could be threatened next round by Psylocke and Magic.
Oh, I think we're going for a splatter on a toad potentially.
Yeah, he's gonna be just in here, and I think this makes a lot of sense because you have to take a chance. If you're Sooner, you feel you being the 5 wide player to the 6 wide player, you definitely don't want to be down activations this early. Like there's a good chance Magic just dies next round.
Yeah,
Even with Dream and Fallback, you'd have to spend a lot of resources to keep her alive.
yeah, and obviously expending those insurances like very early in the game does probably would be very relief for Vince Chan, right?
Yeah. Right now, Sooner's trying to figure out it's a very tight measurement here to go into Toad. I think he's gonna try to hedge his bets a little bit here and try to be within 3 of Psylocke if he makes a mistake and doesn't quite get Toad. Because it's gonna be tight.
Yep. You can certainly be within range 3 of Psylocke. That's pretty easy to see, I think. The Toad is going to be interesting because even if you do manage to one-shot Toad, I'm not sure if you're going to be close enough to actually pick up the
Ooh, Justin.
objective.
Yeah, but killing Toad to deny a VP, I think he still feels okay about that. He's got to do something here. So Jane going into Toad. 6 dice, reroll 2.
Yep.
Huge hit. I don't would not know what that's like. Still has 2 crits to roll in here and some rerolls available to him. 6 on 2.
Uh, yep,
Sorry,
Skull
six,
locked out, but
two,
I
one.
think that's just fine.
My Jane would never. It does
You're
generate
doing.
does generate 3 tokens for Vince. I mean, his APOC can just double walk and go pick that up.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jane just out.
I I apologize, audiences, if my co-host is living trauma again live on air.
It's fine. Sooner just got more successes on his first attack with Jane than I got through the first 2 rounds of my game against Simon. I'm not bitter or anything.
Nope. It's a virtual pat on your back that I'm doing right now.
Mike in the chat. Mike with the first. Mike, that win's looking like it's going to be pretty important for your team right now. That was a really entertaining game to watch over on Lucas's channel. If you didn't watch it, Simon, I'm going to keep shit talking Cyclops. I don't care how many times I lose to that. Ain't no way. Okay.
Oh, that's a flip attempt, it looks like.
Yeah. But oh no, it was a throw
Oh,
into
it's a throw.
Psylocke.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, yep, that was a terrain throw. Yep, you got the surplus of power. Why not?
Well, we were talking about whether or not Psylocke would have the power to telekinetic Kanata, whatever it's called. Her charge next round. She definitely has it now. Um, so
Yep.
that does. I think that's actually great for Vince because now he feels like he's got the ability to go into Charles or Shang with her next round. She's got the energy katana, which feels good into Shang-Chi. You could definitely go over the
Oh,
top of him.
yeah. Oh, you know something? Quick, Mike, did you see Sooner pass a power to anybody from either superpower that we used?
Yes, Rogue has 2 power on her.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Okay, so Vince looks like he's gonna go just pick up that scroll with magic. I think it's gonna be a little tight, especially because I'm not sure how she stands on that turbine.
She'll stand fine on the turbine. I've seen this turbine on other maps before. You
Hmm.
could stand on it with a 35 mil base super easily. And from there, like a medium move should get her to that scroll. I'm pretty confident in that.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, if Vince can come out of this round even on the scrolls and even on pay to flips, you feel really good. Like, yeah, his toad died, but it did generate 3 tokens for Vince.
Yep.
If you're just
And
joining,
I assume that Magic would also be encouraged to go first, right? So if that happens, it's almost as if you didn't have to worry about losing priority or not. You know?
okay, Magic walking up here, she's gonna pick up that scroll and take a test. I mean, if you have parity here, though, Sooner does. I mean, he's got a Jane threatening Magic next round. But yeah, there's definitely a world where his Magic gets KO'd next round. If you're just joining us, Sooner got a little aggressive early on, decided to grab an extract on the south side with Magic. Got pushed for his troubles. Beast punched like a madman, and then threw Magic back towards Vince's lines, where she got dazed by Bullseye. And then Sooner's Thor countered by dazing Toad with a one-shot. So it looks like we're going to have extract parity this round. One slight mistake on Vince's side is that he did forget to flip the security terminal. Okay, she's safe. She passes the test. Just Rogue left to go for Sooner. APOC on Vince's side.
Yep.
And I don't
So,
I don't think she'll be able
I'll,
to double flip here, so it's got to be single flip. And she can walk maybe mutant absorption something.
yeah, or go for a charge.
That's true too. Charging the beast feels pretty good. She does get the security point. Well, she is walking. If she does decide to charge and punch beast, she is walking into double tap range from Apocalypse.
Yep. But give me the damage reduction one. Like, I feel like this is probably the character you feel least bad about doing it. It is. It does mean that she is going to be out there in very vulnerable state next round.
Yeah, but I think Sooner, if he is charging here, which looks like he is because he's spending 2 power, he's got to throw dice. I mean, that's why you saw the aggressive play from Jane. If you watch back my game from against Simon on Monday, that was my mistake in the game was not being aggressive enough and throwing dice. There were some situations if you look back at the game where if I throw dice, so we're seeing the punch here from Rogue into Beast. Obviously, that's going to be energy. Beast does have rerolls
Yep.
available to him.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay, hit from Sooner.
yep. No sapping from Sooner side though. Right now, Beast is taking 2, but he does have rerolls available to him if he wants it. Yeah, he's going to reroll. No reason not to, considering he gets the refund from the skull. Yeah, so he's going to take 2 damage here, giving 2 to Rogue. Just 1 shy of being able to throw something.
Do we go for immune absorption?
I mean, you could deny Beast power, but I don't know how much, like, what that gets for you. He did pass a
Yeah.
power to Shang-Chi, I think.
John's.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so Shang will have charge online next round. Just APOC left to go
Okay.
for Vince, who's going to do a little famine hop here and just double tap into Rogue and flip a point.
This might be a little awkward given the position of the bases right now. I'm not sure if this base will actually fit very particularly neatly.
I think he'll
As
be
far
alright.
up. Yeah, I mean he'll get on the point, but maybe not as far up as he might want to.
Sure. There still won't really be any place for Magic to run next round, though. We're seeing the 2 power be paid for the famine hop. Okay.
Oh, well, it's gotta.
Yeah, it's a little. Just move a little
Oh,
bit.
okay. That was better than expected. Good job, Vince.
I wonder if he can punch and then walk to the other point and flip.
It's very possible, I think, actually. So this is maybe what we're going for right now.
Okay, 7 into 3.
Yep. Ooh, just 2 hits for Vince.
Let's see what Rogue blocks. I think he might have cover. I can't quite tell. Well, he blocks it anyway.
Yeah, I think probably not. Oh, it's gonna be a second attack.
Ooh, also not a great hit.
All right. So one's gonna go through, and it looks like a condition is gonna happen on Rogue. Whether or not it's root or shock is going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think you feel really good right now, Sooner, that could have been much worse than it was.
Absolutely, yeah. And you're right, Mike. There's a point where you just have to just roll dice, right? Especially if you're behind in certain factors of the game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. My game on Monday, there were some less aggressive plays I didn't take, and I needed to be more aggressive, even though the percentage plays of them working out was not great.
Mhm.
It allowed me to lose more slowly rather than take like a real upper hand in the game. So that's just something you have to do here. So if someone's watching and they say, "Oh, Sooner's moving up really aggressively here," he kind of has to. Okay, we're
Yep. Looks
seeing
like
the
flip.
flip.
Oh,
He whips
we.
the flip.
Ooh, does not pay out. That's rough for Vince.
Yes, we're actually not going to have parity this round, right? It's going to be 4-3 for Sooner.
I think so. I'm not for some reason I'm having trouble to see uh which of these ones are claimed. So I'll leave it to you, Mike.
They're all claimed except for the one APOC standing on and whiffed. Uh,
Oh, okay then. Then yes, it'll be a 4-3.
yeah, it's possible. I mean, maybe it's possible that we missed before Beast rolling on that and whiffing. Should we all just pretend that's what happened? Let's go with that story. I like that storyline better. We'll say he whiffed twice on that.
Hmm. Okay. So
Sooner with priority here, we've got the extracts on Xavier and Shang, who are on the north side. We've got it on Magic for Vince, who's also on the north side, and on Bullseye, who is basically in deployment at the moment. So none of the models are particularly threatened outside of Magic for both players. Sooner has priority here, and let's see if he tries to either save Magic, take an aggressive line here into maybe his opponent's Magic. I'm not sure what the right call is. Getting that 1 VP buffer is kind of nice, but there's a good chance Vince will be able to dominate the Securas on that south side.
yes, just for the amount of threat that's down there right now, and the fact that Magic is already on our flip side, this is a rough spot for Sooner to be in.
Yeah, I mean, he is able to move range 3. He does not have Journey through Limbo. Um, there's no world where your APOC is not going to be able to hunt down Magic. But if he rolls like he did round 1, Magic could definitely survive this round, especially with Fallback and Dream Up and Recal.
Yeah, there's a potentially a way that you can probably move Magic to so that APOC only gets maybe one attack into her. But I assume that Magic, given her position, maybe Sooner's thinking about her just going into Bullseye, just to like peel off that extract.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bullseye only has two Mystic defense, I think, so I think he's very ripe to be bullied by a Magic that wants to be aggressive.
Sooner right now measuring off Xavier to see maybe there's a world where Magic can get to safety or get some rerolls from Charles.
Yeah, at least to have a reroll, just to be able to give her a little bit more defense buffer.
I mean, the good
It's
news
a tough spot.
for Sooner is that Magic's not holding anything, right? So you do have your extracts in a fairly safe position. And with Magic, I'm sorry, Thor, Shang, and Charles on the north side, you can clean up that side this round.
Agreed. Yeah. Um. Jeez. Yeah. I don't know what I would do with
Chat,
Magic
what do you
if I
guys
was
think?
Sooner.
Chat, what would you open up here with if you're Sooner? I think we've identified a few
Yep.
lines. Magic can go into Bullseye. She can lay into Beast. She is paying power, so she's punching somebody.
Yep. Oh yeah. Simon quickly calling out that there was condition missed on Rogue, so I guess that's
Hmm.
a little gift Vince gave to Sooner there.
Four successes into three, so probably not in the Bullseye then.
Yep. Looks like probably into Apocalypse.
No, there's three dice rolled, so it would be Beast.
Beast. Okay.
Yeah. So poking through three right now. Oh, it was in the Bullseye. Uh, I guess just missing that Bullseye rolls. Yeah, I guess just missing that Bullseye rolls too. No skulls, so the spender not mattering a ton there in terms of counting skulls for both players.
Yep. You're gonna put some nice conditions onto Bullseye too because of that.
Bullseye looks like he's going to take his pot shot and run away from Magic. Though he can't run too far because she can place range 3.
Yep. Yeah, teleport 3 should easily get her within range to finish out the job and pick up the extract.
Yeah, but I think Vince is pretty happy about that, right? If she wants to go chase Bullseye, she's spending power to do so, which is power you won't have for things like fallback or spending.
Yep.
And if Magic places range 3, then APOC potentially has to either Famine Hop or maybe walk. I don't think that's going to be the case here.
So yeah, it's looking like that if Sooner wants to pursue the bullseye days plan, you will still be well within range of APOC for a double
Well,
tap.
I think his plan was one-shot Bullseye, and when that didn't work out, he wants to pivot,
Yep.
because otherwise Magic is going to go down.
He's thinking about it though.
Yeah, I mean, I'd much rather he have to make the decision than I do, because I had the same situation in my recent game where I had to decide between, getting aggressive with Magic and just letting her potentially die to a domino slash X23, or do I run away?
Yep.
So he's thinking right now, how do I maximize Magic's activation? And maybe keeping her alive is certainly the goal, but I don't know how many resources you want to spend keeping her alive. Surely APOC's not going to continue to roll that way.
You would think so, but I don't know.
Do you guys
This
think
game can be.
S? I don't see any conditions being handed out, so I don't think it's the UI. I think it's just missing some things. Yeah, because Bullseye should have Incinerate and Bleed, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
Omar catching that chat. Uh, thanks, Dan. Yeah, that was a good catch on the both players missing some conditions so far this game.
Yeah, I'm looking at both their trades, and there's no tokens on any of these characters. So I think they're just genuinely missing a bunch of the conditions. Then,
All right, Magic
oh,
walking, and she's gonna teleport. Yeah, she's just gonna teleport here. Let's see if she moves
mhm.
towards Charles to get into reroll range. Oh no, he's just gonna run Magic out towards the corner here and say if you want to come kill Magic, uh, it's not really gonna matter for VPs. Okay.
Yep,
I mean, I don't expect Vince to chase her down, but the thing about playing Charles is that you can just get her a couple of power real easily to get her back involved in the game next round.
yeah,
So
she's easily within a range 3 teleport back onto the closer point. Uh, if
exactly.
Suna wants to do that,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. You don't want to just throw away a model recklessly when she would just end up dying anyway.
yep. And then let's see.
Especially because we're on pay to
Yeah, this
flips, right? So like next round you could just hold her and maybe she flips a point, and that's a VP, a 2 VP swing that you wouldn't have got if you just let her die this round.
yes, absolutely agreed. Wisely also Sooner is going behind the size threes. That means is she is currently out of sight with this big displate silhouette. So it will take some movement investment to get to her.
Yeah, so we've still got extracts on Charles and Shang for Sooner, who are mildly threatened by Psylocke and Magic. For Vince, we've got it on Bullseye, who is alive on one, but not particularly threatened, and on Magic, who is under a little bit of pressure here from Jane. So the activation's over to Vince. He's got all 6 models remaining to go. He is down on VPs because he missed the secure round one. Let's see what he decides to do. He's got some choices here, right? He can potentially pest into Rogue, throw her away, maybe just go flip points with Beast, make Sooner choose, run his Magic back towards Apocalypse where she's not particularly threatened. Maybe, or Finders Keepers with Toad. I'm not sure if Toad is within range 2 of Magic, but if he is, he's got 5 power. He can Finders Keepers walk and hop away, and then Vince has both of his extracts in a really safe spot.
Yeah, that would feel pretty good, I think. And it would also give Toad some sort of job to do without exposing himself like tremendously in this game.
Nassie's leaving to go stream the Eric and Curtis game, which I think is in Humans versus Webs. So the second in Humans versus Webs tonight. Uh, Deaton linked over in the Danger Room chat earlier today how to do like the side by side picture for Twitch streams. People should check that out and give Nassie a view tonight. I think Nassie has who's streaming with him tonight? I forget.
Let's check the document.
That's true.
If it's updated,
It is.
very good.
I think it's Sweepy actually. Sweepy's joining him tonight.
Let's see.
Oh,
9:30 is actually
Alan. He's got Alan. That's who it is. Yeah, thanks,
yeah,
Brady.
actually, yep. It'll be Curtis Webbs versus Eric, one of my locals, playing in humans. So that'll be a very interesting match. I know he was very nervous since Curtis has a good reputation as a player, but I also believe in Eric that when he buckles down, like he can really pull out some very interesting plays.
There's no reason to get nervous playing Curtis because the guy has like a 90% win rate, so you just kind of expect it, right? I as someone
Uh,
as someone who's lost to Curtis on stream before. In fact,
Fair enough.
fun fact, I think I'm like 1-7 on these TTS streams, but I'm like 5-1 on PCN streams, so you can tell who I'm preferred to be streamed by.
Well, yeah, it has to be real life, right?
Yeah.
You need the X Factor chop.
No, Cole, that was he lost the game with New Mutants, so he swapped factions. Okay, we're seeing
Looks like potentially a test.
No, an attack. Oh yeah, test. There you go. So that's Beast activating here,
Hmm.
picking that up. He's still got plenty of power on Beast to pest, throw, rogue, and then go flip a point. I think he feels pretty good about that. And even threaten magic next round. He's got 3 horseman tokens and 4 power on Beast, so he's got a lot of options here.
Yep.
You feel
I mean,
pretty
you
good about
can
your
go.
economy.
Yeah.
See if he opts to pestilence along the way. Doesn't seem like he's going to. I don't know. Maybe other APOC players can. Oh, yeah, we're seeing 2 power come out here, so we're gonna see a throw.
Looking to maybe get stay within range 2 of Beast.
He might be.
Okay, now.
I know a lot of Apocalypse players don't want to pest bomb if they only get one model, but like a slow on Rogue here would feel pretty good.
Yep. Root also makes a ton of sense too, just because just a lot of good 2 cost powers that she has. Um, just to maybe decrease the amount of spenders that would come into APOC.
Okay, so he's just gonna move
Okay.
a second time and attempt to flip that point, which does put a little bit of pressure on Sooner that either Rogue has to go deal with that beast, but also gives Sooner, given he's got a VP lead, this also gives Rogue the opportunity to move and put some pressure on Magic or even Toad, potentially remove Toad from the game, especially since she's on 5 power. Beast's gonna take a
Yep.
test. He fails.
Oh
So
no.
Vince getting a little unlucky with the pay to flips this game.
Yeah, that's at least what 2, right? Or has it been 3 so far?
We'll call it 2.5.
Okay.
But yeah, it's unfortunate because that could have been a big swing. And he has no other models to threaten that point. Because Bullseye can't get there. Toad could walk twice and hop and flip it. So that was
Yep.
Beast activation. Now it's over to Sooner. Sooner
Yep.
measuring to see
I
what he's
agree,
got
agree
range
with
in on.
yeah, so Omar that called this out, and I agree. Like throwing Rogue back into the middle of the board does give her a ton of options as far as like now she could put pressure on different models than what she really could have like earlier. So yeah, it's a good call out there. All right,
Yeah,
what do you think, Mike? What's the next move model you think Sooner would move?
well, Sooner was measuring range 4 there to see if he could hit Magic. He's not quite in range for Charles. He also probably doesn't want to move Charles up and get ganged up on by Magic and Psylocke. Um, I mean, you've got Jane who can easily apply pressure to Magic, but Vince does have Sack and Brace available to him. So like it will be a little difficult to push through the 6 damage you need on Magic this round.
Yeah,
Sooner also has passes available if he wants it. I'm not sure that's the play he wants, but he does have it available to him. Vince
I would
miss.
imagine that he's probably wants to take out models instead of passing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Uh, he's got a little bit of breathing room by Vince continuing to miss these pay to flips though. So
Yes, agreed. Yeah, everyone's got enough power to do their charges, so like any Shang-Chi, Rogue, or Jane, they all can just go into somebody now if they want to.
yeah, and Vince has some pseudo pass turns on his side with Bullseye, so he can really get Sooner to activate quite a bit here before having to commit his Apocalypse or his Psylocke. We're seeing Vince's tools come out here still. Even though it's Sooner's activation now. Maybe there was a pass here. It looks like that was the case.
Yeah, looks like there was a pass. Alec just paid 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand why
Or
he's doing
no.
that because you've got, like I said, you've got the bullseye pseudo pass on Vince's side. So you
Okay.
can really activate
Telekinetic
it.
combat. That's
What's
what it was. Sorry.
Yep.
Telekinetic combat.
Yep,
We're
says
attacking.
7 into Jane. I like that from Vince, trying to deny a high impact of activation here.
Yep. This will likely be a mystic attack to not allow Jane to get a rerolls.
Oh, good call out. Good block so far from Sooner, though. Good hit coming in from Vince, so that's 4 into 2. Vince has to choose his mods first. He's got 3 Horseman tokens. He's got 1 power on Psylocke. Let's see if he spends anything here.
Yeah, potentially pushing in 2 damage at the moment. Maybe he can reroll naturally for 1 power for 1 additional. Could spend up to 2 for 2 rerolls for the Horseman tokens too. It's not bad. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't oppose him using the Horseman tokens to reroll 2 dice and then maybe 1 die afterwards if we just want to convert everything.
Yeah, I mean, Apoc's got the power on him to do what you want. He probably wants to hold some resources, though, for magic. We're seeing Psylocke pay a power to reroll here.
Yep. So probably not spending the Horseman tokens for this attack. It looks
Another
like.
success, so we got 3 coming in so far on Jane. She does have Professor X and her own. She doesn't have her own rerolls. She has Professor X rerolls, though, if she wants it.
Yep. So let's see for Psylocke. I'm trying to remember like how much her spender cost.
I
Oh, it's
think it's
only three
3.
power.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
she it is online now. It seems like, unless we Xavier stream or something.
Jane's spending power here, so either Vince didn't call out that it was a mystic attack, or Sooner's missing that you can't reroll on that.
Okay, all right. That's probably something worth asking about later.
Uh, Pretty significant because it results in 2 blocks here.
Ooh, big big turnabout there.
Given that Sooner forgot to apply conditions with magic, and Vince forgetting a couple of things here, I'm going to guess that was just a miss on their part rather than Vince calling out energy. So another attack coming in here, just 5 die. 3 successes, nothing for Sooner.
Very skull locked. It looks like for Sooner's side with 3 skulls.
Yeah, but that was a huge reroll there because, like you said, he loses out on the. Oh, we're seeing some Horseman rerolls come in here.
Yep. All right, one more gets converted.
Okay, so we have 4, so Sooner's taking 3 damage on Jane.
Yep. But yeah, a stun on Jane would have been huge to
Or
sort
4
of
on
like.
Jane, rather. Yeah, but you know what, though? Jane has all the power in the world now to do what she wants. So that's
Yep.
Psylocke's activation.
Yeah, because reminder, it's a Psylocke suspender does stun before damage dealt, so it definitely would have throttled the power quite a bit if that was the second attack versus another builder.
Let's see how Sooner responds. Looks like he's measuring to see how he can be range 1 off that security terminal. He can definitely get there with a charge and still lay into magic twice and be able to throw that size 4 terrain piece. He's got all the power to do all of those things. Can also be within 4 of Charles for rerolls while doing it.
Oh yeah, easily.
Also notable, he passed the power to Rogue, who's now sitting at 6 power, so she can have a really high impact activation herself.
Yep. We got terrain throws, we got charges, we got mutant absorption, all the fun stuff that Rogue could do with 6 power.
Yeah, and our extract holders right now for Sooner are Professor X and Shang-Chi. Neither of them particularly threatened at the moment. Bullseye and Magic for Vince. Magic's under a little bit of pressure here. Let's see how Sooner responds. We're seeing power be paid off of Jane for a charge. And we're seeing power be passed to Professor Xavier, so he'll be able to reroll 2 dice if he wants to.
Yep. Looks like we're getting to the west side, just north of Magic here for Jane.
Yeah, let's see what he decides to do. I'm assuming we're going to see attacks go into Magic, but based on his positioning, he won't be able to throw terrain at her. So maybe he wants to throw the terrain at Psylocke later. We'll have to see how that shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, like you, martial artist doesn't do anything against dodge rolls, right? So I think it makes a lot of sense to just throw the size 3, but well, no, size 4 turbine. Oh man, okay, that would be 5 damage. Yeah,
Okay, we have Jane rolling into Oh, we have a sacrifice coming in here, so sack being played, so Psylocke's gonna take the attack.
Yep.
Big hit from Sooner. 4 successes with a throw and 2 crits. Converts into another success. We've got 5 successes on Sooner's side. Blocking 3 for Psylocke, though, because she counts blanks with martial artist range.
Yep. But
Two,
still, just a void of dice.
yeah, but look at that. 2 rerolls all converts. We've got 7 successes for Jane. Psylocke will take 4 and go down here. The throw is after damage, so it actually isn't the worst thing in the world for Vince, because now he doesn't have to deal with the throw damage coming in from Psylocke.
Yep. No, oddly, it works out kind of okay. Or does he clip it just barely? No, I think the shadow's going to go through solid space, so I think we're right there. Yeah, yeah, magic will be safe from the terrain throw. It looks like.
Okay, so Sooner still has, and he hasn't used his Charles rerolls yet either.
He has not. No.
Look, Vince is measuring to see what options he has for celestial technology for next round.
Yep. So Sog not quite in range for a celestial tech. So Apoxa will have to move a little more north to get in range of that.
Yeah. Uh, I I mean, Apoc's a famine hop away for that though, so it's not a huge deal.
Do you throw a spender into Toad?
Let's see what he opts to do. I don't see any power being spent here,
Nope.
so just a
So it
regular
looks like
attack.
a builder. Yep.
Just 2 successes into 2 blocks, so not going to push through any damage here on Gene, unless he decides to reroll the Professor, which doesn't look like he's opting to do that.
Yep. Yeah, maybe if you can't quite finish the job with one attack, I think you probably are hesitant to give Magic a lot of power.
True. I mean, Sooner has 7 power left here, so he could choose to throw a turbine. I don't think he's got the angle though for it. I think
No, he looked at the angle earlier
yeah,
and
okay.
it did not seem like he could get it. So good there. I know you may have been distracted in awe of the rose at the time when we were blabbering about that, but yeah, he did choose the range already.
Yeah, I was making sure Simon was watching this.
I know. There's like the back of your brain is just losing its mind right now at the Jane rolls, and it is pretty funny.
Jane, speaking of Jane rolls, she's rolling on that point right now, which she whiffs. Sh
Oh man,
yeah, not a huge deal because Shang-Chi or Xavier should be able to roll on that at some point anyway.
yeah. I mean, I could very well see a Professor Extra just be walk, flip, and then walk back, like, and that
Yeah.
could just be the turn.
Now, Jane is within 2 of Magic, who has no power, but she can, attack and then maybe war attack to get rid of the Mighty Thor.
That's
Also,
true.
also has Finders Keepers available to him if he wants that as well. Still has Apocalypse and Bullseye to go in addition to Magic and Toad. So,
Yeah, I really like the Finders Keepers line. I don't know what Toad can really do to for this game at the moment.
I think we're going to see here is a punch. So that's going to be Magic into Jane.
Ooh, okay, yep. Let's go aggro. Good hit.
Yeah, great hit.
All right, 2 crits to roll in. Doesn't convert, unfortunately.
Yeah, but does have a Pierce, so pushing through 4 at the moment. Uh, Jane would have to reroll. Yeah, okay. I know
Yep.
I know she can't reroll to be clear, but okay, so that's actually
Yeah,
great for Vince because he's got 3 power and Magic now to teleport away. Maybe maybe he doesn't feel the need to because Toad's there, but he can definitely get Magic into a safer position. Maybe collapse the extracts down towards Apocalypse.
yeah. Just heading back towards Apocalypse might be like a good idea, and there could be some shuffling we can do with Celestial Technology as well to sort of
Uh,
refortify.
so if you use Celestial Technology, Jin, you have to drop your extract, which you definitely don't want to do.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's as in the moving Sarlacc towards the south and having
Oh
Magic just
yeah,
mainly move there instead. But yeah, you're right. It's a good call out to not just do it willy nilly, of course.
yeah. I mean, before you do that, you want to be able to make sure you get an extract lead. I'm sorry, a VP lead, because you definitely don't want to bunker up when you're down a VP. So he's got to find a way to either get an extract off of one of Sooner's models, which is going to be difficult to do because neither are being threatened at the moment, or going up 3-1 on the secures, which at the moment seems unlikely because Shang and X should be able to get that north side one. I mean, Toad might be able to steal one at the very end just because he's a wily one and can interact from range too.
That's true. Yeah, he could. At this point, Vince could be waiting on Toad to go just so that he can just walk, flip, walk, hop, flip again.
Yeah. Choosing just to walk Magic back. So if Sooner wants to chase either of the extracts, he's gonna have to dive, which puts them in APOC range. Those missed secure flips definitely hurting Vince's game plan at the moment. Because if he had gotten that VP round one or the flip with Beast, you'd feel really good right now about bunkering up. Or I shouldn't say bunkering up, cutting the board in half.
Yeah, that's a more apt way to describe it.
Yeah, so X is gonna walk up here and try to flip a point. He's got 3 dice on it and a reroll because of the nature of the secure. He's got 2 power on him, so he could maybe even take a shot in the Toad.
Yeah, I think he would have one opportunity to shoot Toad. It looks like.
Yeah, Toad will have cover. But that looks to be
I
Sooner's
think.
game plan.
Yep, looks like trying to get within three for the one's cost bender, or
Yep. I mean, there's not much is threatening Xavier there. Oh, what's going on here? He,
little messiness on TTS.
yeah, Sooner. Yeah, okay. Making sure he wants to be within range 3. So he'll attempt the flip here. You assume he passes the test.
Oh no, it's an
No,
attack right off the
okay.
bat.
So he's doing the attack first. The one cost
Yep.
spender. So far not
Ooh.
pushing anything through. Now this is the Charles Xavier I know. All right, so
I don't know what it is, Mike. Every time I see a Charles use that spender, it just never
yeah.
works
Now he
ever.
Sooner does quickly move on towards the flip and gets it, so he will go up 3-1 on secures, which again puts a little pressure on Vince here.
Yep.
Vince still has APOC, Bullseye, and Toe to go.
I wonder what the two power from Toad was for. Oh, okay.
Uh,
He's putting it back now. Maybe he was anticipating a slippery.
yeah, but of course you can't slippery if you don't take damage.
Correct, and which they probably just discussed just now. Like I'm sure both players were surprised, like how rough that roll was actually.
Well, maybe I'm not surprised because because Charles continues to let me down. Every time my Charles whiffs an attack, I actually DM Sooner. I'm not
Okay.
kidding. I won't repeat the things I DM him about Charles on here, but rest
Okay,
rest
fair
assured,
enough.
after you've known me for several years, you can imagine what it looks like. Garrett
Yes.
Garrett in the chat showing that he is a Wakanda player, calling on APOC to go bonk and a motherfucker. Something a Wakanda player would call for.
True story.
Yep. So again, we've got extracts on Magic and Bullseye for Vince, who are in fairly safe positions. Sooners got them on Xavier and Shang, who's fairly safe position. So right now we're playing a bit of a secure game this round. APOC has so much range, though, it's difficult for me to figure out where he might end up going later in the round. Looks like Vince is going to get aggressive here with Toad, try to flip a point. Which is a little scary because Shang-Chi will come up and murder him.
Yeah, I would have figured he would just go with Bullseye first, actually. So
Omar Charles only has 2 attacks. I'm not sure what you're referencing.
We love you, Omar.
Yeah, I only see two attacks on here. Psychic Dart, Mental Suggestion, and then it goes on to the leadership.
Hmm.
Garrett once
It's a lot
again
of
calling
whiteout
out
on
for
this.
a bonk. Yeah, I don't think you want to go with Toad just yet, right? Because you being six wide means you
Yeah,
can hold Toad and try to flip points. You are a little scared of Rogue maybe going and killing your Toad because she is at six power, so she can charge. She can throw her spender, so she can't double tap Toad, but she can maybe walk, mutant absorption, some power away. Although I don't really know how much that really gets you there.
yeah. Considering that Toad still has at least what 5 power or 6 power.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
maybe
he's got.
maybe you could walk with Rogue and throw something at Toad. Yeah, should be able
I
to do
think that
that.
would make the most sense. Yeah, you walk, you throw something like at Toad, and then you maybe go for a spender.
Yeah, because otherwise he just runs away heroically.
Yep.
So it is Vince's activation. He does have APOC, Bullseye, and Toad. I wouldn't hate a Bullseye activation here where it's just walk, sit on your size 2, or walk to safety and just force Sooner to do something.
Yeah. Do you think it's possible that Vince might be nervous about keeping Bullseye on his healthy side just for a first one play later on?
No, maybe I hadn't considered that. I don't play first one a ton, and I don't play first one correctly probably at all. So I'm not sure. I'd be curious to see if he gets it off this game and how impactful it is.
Yeah. So if he's on his healthy side, obviously would prefer to, daze a healthy character so he doesn't have to suffer the stagger. If
Yeah.
he's uninjured, then yeah, it doesn't matter like what state the other guy gets to KO'd from.
Seems like Vince is
But yeah,
fairly set on going with Toad here.
hmm. Now I don't play APOC, but I would assume that he would want to go last to do this. But hey, if he goes and makes this work, then I'm happy to be very wrong on this line of play.
Well, Vince might want to hold his Apocalypse to see like where's the greatest impact he's going to have. And it seemed like he was measuring Celestial Tech earlier, so maybe he's considering how do I maximize Celestial Technology? Which, if his plan was to rotate, which is kind of what he's doing right now, one, you need to get a secure or an extract advantage, of which he's not currently doing that. Um, so you really can't Celestial Technology or Psylocke away until you manage to get. Here we go. I like this a lot. The pass turn from Bullseye. Force Sooner to commit. I mean, you're six wide, right? So if you can get Shang and Rogue to activate before you like overly commit, I think that's great for you. Yeah, I like this a lot from Vince.
Yep. Just gonna move further away, so it requires not much more commitment to go into him.
Okay, so that's Bullseye activated. So both extracts from Vince in pretty safe positions at the moment. Sooner looks like he's going to go with Shang-Chi and try to get rid of Toad. If he can get rid of Toad here in a one-shot, you feel really good about that because that just limits Vince's opportunities to play the secure game this round.
Yep.
And we
And let's
can't
see. Do we
see
take?
you can't see it here, but the secures are 3-1 in Sooner's favor.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, so Beast whiffing on that pay to flip was a little rough, and Sooner, I mean Vince missing round one a little rough, but he's recovering. Looks like we're gonna see Shang walk charge maybe.
I think so. Yeah. And the charge could give a power to Charles. I think. Right. So he can maybe get one reroll online if he thinks he needs that.
Yeah, yeah. I like that call out Jin a lot because if you're rolling seven Mystic into Toad, I believe Toad is a two Mystic defense model.
No, he's across the board still.
Well, look at that.
Yep.
So
Still
seven
one of the
seven to
best.
three still feels pretty good with a reroll,
Hmm.
right? Because you would walk, like you charge, you're resolving the charge. What's the timing step on that? No, he's passing the power to Charles. So I guess once you
Yep.
resolve
So
the move, you resolved. I wonder what the timing is on that officially. Maybe Simon in the chat could help me out on that.
oh
Um,
yeah, that's true. Or like you've used the charge, so the power has been used. Now you're just resolving
yeah, I
the
wonder if
instructions
you,
associated.
yeah, I wonder if you have to resolve the attack fully before you get the power from the charge. I wonder. I'd have to look at the rules, and after I look at the rules, I would just ask Luca to explain it to me. All right, so we're
Good
seeing
talk.
six
Good talk.
into Toad here.
Yep.
One block from Toad. Pushing three through right
Ooh.
now. A Charles
Uh,
reroll is going to be important.
can't do it. Skull locked. The other
Oh,
two
let's
results are
go.
skulls. All right. So a sigh of relief for Vincent here. So Toe will be alive on one. It looks like, no matter what.
Yeah, if someone in the chat is knowledgeable about that, let me know if I'm wrong in the timing step. My assumption was you have to resolve the charge fully in the attack before you could pass the power, but I don't know, nor do I want to pull up the rules and get too deep into the weeds while we're commentating a game. But if someone in the chat knows the timing step on that, please let me know.
Now I'm curious to see if there will be a five elements fist usage here. We can either move or we can try to stun Toad.
Yeah, I mean, stunning Toad doesn't really do much for you, right?
I don't think so, personally. There's part of me that would say just hold on to the power unless the short move can get you somewhere that you really want to be. But I don't. I would be nervous about going towards APOC. You know.
Oh, Brady calls out, there is no timing step. People do whatever they want. Fair enough. I need to start doing that.
Awesome.
That's why I missed my leadership trigger the other day against Simon. I said to Simon, I'm pretty sure I have to resolve this charge fully before I pass it. So it's forum pending.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, I mean, my interpretation is you'd have to resolve the charge fully, but that's why you have
right. So
rules
you have to do the
forums.
move. That's why you have ruse forms. So
Yep.
hopefully someone can ask and they'll get an answer at some point.
All right, so we are seeing the five elements fist here pushing Toad into that size 2 container. You know what we missed, Jin, when we were talking about is it's not about the stun here. It's about moving Toad away from those secures so that he can't go and flip them. So that's actually a good call on Sooner, although he does get the medium walk if he wants it.
Yeah, so we could see a slippery here, but then you potentially put yourself into gib range from Toad.
Yeah, I mean Vince has the next activation, so he can go try to kill Rogue and maybe prevent Sooner from going after Toad, and then Toad can try to flip 2 points.
Yeah, that's probably the best line.
And if Toad actually doesn't go, then he could even first one and get another action if he wanted it. Although I don't think we're gonna see that.
Yep. Once again, no conditions are seen by us, so like I don't see a stun condition on Toad at the moment. So now I'm just paranoid that our view is just not seeing the conditions the players are putting down.
Well, no, because I've zoomed out and I don't see any tokens. If you could see the horseman tokens and everything else in the game,
Yeah.
I think we're right. I think we're just
Okay.
okay. So it looks like Vince is gonna activate Toad and just try to flip some points here. He's gonna hold that APOC activation until the very end. He's very careful in his move, like measurements here. He does have power to. Yeah, Mike calls out in the chat. They're just forgetting Jid. Both players
Yep.
are. Vince called out. Like I said, he's a little rusty. Um, mistakes happen. It's nighttime.
Yeah. Everyone's relaxed at home in their PJs. Yeah, I
Yep.
get it.
Toad moving up here is going to attempt to flip. Yeah, I think it's actually. I kind of like when you see games like this just to kind of normalize people a little bit. Hey, everybody makes mistakes, so don't feel bad
Yeah,
when you make
and
mistakes.
these two players are like very good players too.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Brady in the chat saying, this game everyone's treated like APOC, no conditions.
Everybody's immune to all conditions.
Okay. So
All
right
right,
now
we're
Vince is
seeing the
looking
flip.
for yeah, he's looking also to see what his hop range is, because what's pretty great here is ooh, hey,
Oh, finally
yo.
remember the stun.
Okay, now it's just like six more conditions, guys, and then we'll be caught up. What's actually funny is like some of them are pretty impactful, like Mike calling out the double walk on Bullseye. If APOC put a shock on Rogue, that would feel really good here. I just saw power come off of Toes, so we're gonna roll on that point. Needs two successes. Gets, or maybe we're seeing an attack actually. Attack on Xavier. Because he paid two power to go through Xavier's defenses.
Whoa.
And he's gonna push two
Okay.
damage. He's gonna push two damage through on Charles. Not
Yep.
too shabby.
With an incinerate potentially.
I don't think he spit. It was a
I'm
regular.
seeing some power.
Yeah, because he paid to go through the defenses of Charles.
Okay.
I think that is the case here. Right, because I think his initial roll was 4 dice. He rolled two crits to get to 6. That makes sense to me. So we're going to see the hop here and attempt to flip. Yeah, I mean, Vince getting a little bit of damage on Xavier is nice. Oh, looks like he's going to roll on this point.
Yep.
Does not get it.
Only one success. Nope. Needs a couple more, or just one more, I would say.
Did he pay for the?
Okay.
I think did he preemptively pay for the hop?
I think that's what it was. Yeah, because otherwise the it
Yeah.
didn't quite make sense to me. Okay, so last bit of power to try to flip.
Hey, we get a flip.
Successfully. Yep.
So just Rogue left to go for Sooner. We've got extracts on Charles and Shang-Chi for Sooner, who are huddled around that North Point. We've got them on Bullseye and Magic for Vince, who are both in safe-ish positions, although Shang is threatening Magic next round. Still have APOC left to go, who's got two Horseman tokens, two power. And we've got Rogue going now for Sooner. Very likely that Rogue can just walk, Mutant Absorption Toad, and flip a point.
He might just go for a punch just because no matter what, one damage will stop Toad, and he can't slip away if he takes any damage.
Hmm. Sooner was also measuring to see what a range short throw on APOC would do. Not quite far enough to impact any other models, but
He's conflicted.
yeah, I don't know if there's a like objectively correct answer here. Um, yeah, I don't know if there is. I think like the safest line, right, is you kill Toad and you flip a point.
Yeah, because I'm not sure who you want to send back there later on to flip that point back anyway.
We are seeing power come off of Rogue here. Are we seeing the charge?
I think if you're paying it now, yeah, it's probably going to be the charge. One power gets past the magic.
Yeah, so that helps Magic get in a
Okay.
position to impact the game next round. So we're seeing the charge. 5 dice energy into Toad. He will not be able to slippery because he's gonna die.
Yep, and even if he
Or
does
take no
not die,
damage. Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah, big hit here.
ooh,
And some
yep.
sapping of power beforehand. So Toad's gonna go down, which is gonna give Vince 3 tokens. Give Sooner 2 power at his rogue. And now Sooner's just gonna walk and flip that point. And Sooner's feeling pretty good about his position right now, right? Because he's likely to go up maybe 8 to 7. But the extracts are all in a position that are like kind of good for him at the moment. APOC is either going to flip a point or lay into a model and give up a VP, so you feel good right now. He does flip the point successfully, so we are
Yep.
currently 3-1 on the Securus for Sooner. 2-2 on extracts. Charles and Shang being holding for Sooner. Bullseye and Magic for Vince. And we've got just Apocalypse to go. 5 Horseman tokens, but no good targets to hit right now. Vince looking like he's going to get aggressive here and just lay into Charles.
Yep. He has the ability to pay for the tax.
He could actually pay two
To
Jin.
go.
He could actually pay for the tax and then pay Horseman tokens to get Death to add 2 more dice. Could potentially do 9 dice
Oh,
into Xavier here.
yeah. I don't hate that. Yeah, we're too far with it for the Fury, but I'll take 2 extra dice for three tokens.
Yeah, otherwise you're not going to be able to use your Horseman superpowers this round in a particularly meaningful way on your Apocalypse.
True story. Yeah.
It's tough though because if you don't get Charles, then you're giving up a VP on the south, like a guarantee. I shouldn't say guaranteed, a pseudo guaranteed VP on that pay to flip.
Yeah, potentially. Um, I mean, I guess Magic could spend 3 to teleport towards the south objective and to sort of like try to handle anyone that goes there.
Hmm.
Are we looking at the longest celestial tech next to the plane potentially?
Yeah, I mean Vince is just trying to find uh his outs and what the best options for him going the next round are. Right now you're trying to stop. You're trying to get parity back, but you're also trying to make sure that next round you've got good options, knowing you don't have prio. Um, to get some of these extracts off of Sooners models. I think
Yep.
diving your APOC into Sooners team is not really a bad play because you assume that like Beast and Bullseye should be able to kind of get that south side taken care of and get your VPs back over there. Been thinking about maybe chasing down Magic here.
Got to get 2 attacks into her, but it might be sketchy anyway, though, to get that line of sight.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's one obvious play here for Vince. Um, I kind of like just laying into Professor X, but you're asking to do 4 damage. Oh, the other problem, Jin, is Xavier's Dream, right? Between Xavier's Dream and Fallback, that even if you get X here, even if you do the amount of damage, you may not actually get the VPs from it because Dream can deny it or Fallback comes into play. God, Xavier's Dream is such
Yep,
a good card.
but it is very good. Though I will say that if Charles has to move back a little bit, and since he doesn't have any extra movement shenanigans, right, that might kind of oddly stagger him in some ways, depending on like what he wants to do to re-affect the board state again.
Looks like we're going to see a walk
Okay,
here
looks
from
like
APOC. Potentially just a double walk around. We might see a Famine Hop flip. Yeah, Nick, I mean, at some point you got to make someone burn cards, right? I was saying, the other day that if my opponent finishes the game holding their Xavier's Dream, their Brace, and their Sacrifice, I made a mistake.
yeah, you never force the option, right?
Exactly. The other problem too, Jin, is that he's not going to have Celestial Technology up next round.
Oh, that's right. It does cost 4 power, right?
Yeah, so
To do that.
that's why I thought when he was measuring things, I thought maybe he was planning on doing some attack damage to try to get it, but oof,
Right.
it's just
What?
just walking, I guess.
Two walks. Okay. All right. Very good then. All right. Vince will be stocked up on horseman tokens next round then. All
Yep,
right. We
so
did get the
we got 2-2 on the secures, 2-2 on the extracts, so it's going to be an 8-7 game for Sooner, but not a lot of pressure right now on Sooner's models. Like there's a Psylocke right there in the center, but with Sooner having priority, Jane could potentially just eliminate Psylocke here.
Alex definitely in a very scary circumstance at the moment. Brace is still up though. So at least the large marine throw won't be the thing that will take her out at the end.
Yeah, and he's got Recal up as well, but Psylocke's only a 5 health model on her backside.
Yeah, true story. It does get pretty scary on her flip side.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into a rant here about it, but I just don't understand AMG's how they distribute health points in this game sometimes.
It's like if you believe this model is a finesse model, then therefore they should have lower health, right? Just like Scarlet Spider, I don't think would be crazy if he was a 6'6", but he's a 6'5", as a 4 threat. So
We're
it
seeing
it'd be like that
Jane.
sometimes.
Jane is going to throw that size 4 into Psylocke. I
Yep,
imagine
just to
he's
see
going
if
to
we can.
just mash that brace button.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay, Jane's still sitting on 7 power, so he chose to pass one to Xavier. Oh no, he passed the magic. Changed his mind
Yep.
there. That makes sense. Xavier's already got 4 power on him. We're seeing power come off for a charge here, so it's going to give him some rerolls.
Yep. We'll see if Jane potentially wants to get outside of 2 so that we can negate the martial artist, which looks like
Yep,
that's what's happening.
absolutely. All right,
All right.
6 with 2 rerolls, potentially more given Charles is there into, what, 3 for Psylocke?
Yep.
Great blocks from
Good.
Psylocke so far, though, and okay hit from Sooner. See if Sooner does not convert on his crit. We've got the 2 rerolls coming in now. Right now it's 3 into 3.
Yep. Throw is achieved though. Ooh, good conversions from Sooner.
Okay, so right now Psylocke's taking 2 damage. I'm Her rerolls, I think, are once per turn.
Right. Yep. So she can spend any amount that she wants, but this set of rerolls can only be used once per turn.
Yeah, I assume she's gonna hold on to those rerolls for the next attack. Because right now she's taking just 2 and a throw. If Sooner opts to take the
Yep.
throw.
You could potentially burn a APOC reroll for the one token if you want.
Yeah, it's always hard to manage your resources when it comes to defensive rerolls because, sub 50% chance to actually get the block. He is sitting on 6 horseman tokens though.
Yeah, so I figured, if you want to spend one token, it may not be the worst thing. Especially since that even if Psylocke completely blanks out her next roll, she can use her superpower to reroll out all the dice, right?
Yeah,
But I also can understand that, if Vince just wants to have 2 layers of, 3 dice rerolls or more for the next attack, that also makes sense to me too.
absolutely. So I think we're seeing Sooner opt to not use the throw.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Or maybe we're just waiting for Vince to sort of decide on something because Vince is the one with the ruler out at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So it
He
looks like
paid a Evo token. Ooh, good block. So now just taking 1.
yep, yep. I like that reroll decision there.
Jane is sitting at 5 power, so oh wait, she's a stealth character, so he has to keep her within range 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were to throw her into the terrain, it looks like it'll be fine to do a follow up lightning attack.
Yeah, a little tight here, but he's gonna ding her for another damage. Bing.
Yep.
So he just needs to push 3 through 3 more on Psylocke. Still within range 3, so let's see what's sooner if he opts to spend the power here for the lightning strike.
If he does, though,
Nope.
it doesn't look like it.
Nope,
I
just
assume because he doesn't want to do damage to Shang-Chi, because it is all characters within 2 will take
yep.
damage.
So the roll comes in here 3 into 2. Charles
With the
rerolls.
throw,
Yeah, Charles rerolls coming in here. Opting to reroll 3 with Charles. Great conversion. We've got 5
ooh,
successes into 2. So right now that would daze Psylocke. So can she even reroll? Yeah, she can reroll.
ooh, I think kind of unnecessary for Vince there. I think his real decision is whether or not he needs to recal this.
Yeah, yeah, because of the throw damage. Yep,
Yep. Looks like 3 is being spent. Yep.
Recal coming in here. It's going to be 6 dice into 3 again. Hoping to not see a wild on Sooner's side. Spent the, yep, there it is. We're seeing it. Seeing the recal flip, and let's see how this works out.
Yep. Okay. 2 blocks from Psylocke. Ooh.
Weaker hit from Sooner, yeah, so just poking through essentially 2 damage after the throw. So Psylocke will be alive on 1. And
That's huge.
okay. Yeah, it's unlikely, but there's a world where maybe APOC plays Immortal Servants this round to heal her some more, but I doubt it. All right, Psylocke alive on 1, which might kind of forces your hand as Vince and who to activate next, right? Because she's going to die if you don't activate her.
I think so, yeah. Probably not likely to attack Shang-Chi in the case we get the Dragon Chief's tail. That would kill her if she does no damage.
Yeah.
So I assume this either goes to try to finish out Jane for the rest of the game, or we just go for Resurrects. Also noted that we are in round 3, and did the scoreboard not move on your end?
No, it's fine. It's updated on my end.
Okay, all right.
All right, so Psylocke's going to go here. She's going to telekinetic charge. Let's see who she decides to go into, whether it's Charles or Jane. Again, the problem is that Sooner still has all of his defensive cards online. So I guess Psylocke's goal here is to just kind of make Sooner burn some resources. All right, so we're going to see 7. Looks like it's going to be into Jane. Great hit
No, into
coming in.
Charles. I only saw 2 dice rolled, so I assume it's Charles.
Yeah, I didn't see either way. 4 successes so far for Vince. He's got rerolls available to him if he wants them. Charles blocking just 1, so it's going to be 3 through. He's going to need to reroll here if he wants to get Charles. He's just got to decide on which aspect of his economy does he want to utilize. Looks like he's going to spend power. Uh, or perhaps, oh yeah, then they just realized now they never updated their score from the previous round.
I was about to say, like, it's like this seems like very low for a third round 3
Yep.
beginning.
Okay, we're seeing 3 power come off Psylocke here, so she's going to be re-rolling some dice.
Oh,
Oh,
great
big hit.
conversion.
Yeah, so 7 into 1, so that's going to get Charles here. I doubt we see a Dream. He can pay for Dream here to reduce that significantly, but
There's still a whole nother attack though, right, coming in.
yeah,
So
he's thinking about it. No, he takes the damage on Charles. Yeah, that makes. I think that's the right call for him. Solid gets
yep,
to pick
because
up.
yeah, even if Shirataka decides to pick up that objective, she is very vulnerable to any source of damage coming into her. And
Yeah,
you have both Shang and Rogue like around.
yeah. I wonder what you do here if you're Vince. Do you pick it up and just keep punching things, or she's rolling on the point? Makes sense. Definitely do that before you pick up the scroll. Now she has to. I assume based on the placement of that scroll, she's going to be picking that up as well.
Yeah. So let's see if that is what happens. Let's see. Yep,
She'll take a
another 3 dice.
test.
So that's oh, passes it. Nice.
Safe. And now she's got money if she wants to spend her into Jane. She could definitely do that. Or she could maybe walk away from Shang-Chi and Rogue. Be curious to see what line he takes here. It's a weird situation, right? Because you're alive on 1, you're likely to go down. You can go down in a blaze of glory, or you could walk away and try to save a VP. Walking away means that Shang would have to chase, or Rogue could maybe charge.
Yeah.
I
Either
suspect she would.
it would seem that either character should be able to
Yeah,
like walk charge anyway to get the Psylocke.
she does count blanks though against both characters.
Yep. I guess you could opt to go with the Mystic Attack into Witchong anyway, just because like you don't get to count the blanks.
True.
Uh, Mystic. It's one more die, but like I feel like die facings I seem like much more potent than the one extra die.
Absolutely. She
Maybe someone.
also is a famine character, Jin, so she could walk and famine hop.
Oh, silly me. This is Famine Psylocke. Yeah. No, I mean you can get pretty far away actually.
Yeah, he spent 2 power, so he's actually going to famine hop first and then walk to the
Yep.
corner.
Yep. Does this drain the power from Jane?
It should. I don't think he did. That's okay.
Uh. Okay.
So, and we're just going to walk away.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that definitely puts her out of range of Rogue impacting her. And I think it prevents Shang-Chi, maybe? I don't know, it's tight.
Shang-Chi can walk then charge, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
It does mean if Sooner does that, then he's probably not picking up. Sooner right now is over to his activation. He's looking to see if maybe he can hunt down a bullseye, which is not something I was thinking about before, but it looks like he can do that.
Yep.
He won't get he won't get the range to attack, but he will be able to throw 4 dice.
Yep. And unlikely to be able to pick up the objective, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
But
he's
it
measuring
is
that
enough
out.
to at least prevent the VP there.
Yeah, I like the way Vince has kind of dug him, like the position he's put himself in this round. Some of his models on precarious situations, but he found some good lines.
Yeah. At the very least, it's making sure that Sooner has to commit, right, to very specific play lines to get to interact with these characters.
Well, looks like he's gonna
Yep.
commit.
So
Yep, so Magic's gonna move up, teleport,
yep.
and let's see who he passes the power to. He's thinking about it.
Into
Shang-Chi.
Shang. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Range 3 teleports.
Four
Oh,
dice into 3 dice. Let's see what she does. Notable that if Sooner wins this game, Team Grip It and Rip It wins the round, and Deaton just gets to play for fun. Here comes 4 dice into 3. Great hit from Sooner, sure.
yep.
Oh, why not?
Good. Yep. So that will unfortunately daze Bullseye for Vince.
Yep, not
Uh,
in range to pick up though, so minor victory there. Beast won't be able to pick it up either. I don't think there's anyone on Vince's side that'll be able to go get that extract.
yeah. So if you want to place it like roughly, yeah, there, so that Magic's is within a range 1 bump to pick it up, that seems pretty okay.
Yeah, so Apocalypse, Magic, and Beast still to go for Vince. Sooner has Shang and Rogue left. I don't think any of Vince's activations are obvious as to what he should be doing next. He's holding on to the Magic activation though. I think he's hoping that Magic survives Shang-Chi and then is able to like clap back into him with her, maybe double spender.
Yeah, that would seem pretty useful. Just like the extra skull counts, right? Like then
Yep.
bounce out the extra die blanks. Oh, maybe we're going.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is he doesn't have enough power to be able to war I guess he could teleport range 2 War and hope to generate enough power to then War Spender.
Yep, you're just hoping not to do at least one damage to Shang-Chi so that he doesn't throw you out of range.
Well, you're hoping to do 2 damage so that you are able to get the War Spender next.
I mean, you could also just spend the tokens though, right? Uh,
No, Jin, he has to teleport to get within range 2 of Shang.
oh, right, right. Yes, they're not currently within range too.
Yeah, so the extracts right now are on a 1 health Psylocke who's pretty far away from Shang. On the ground by magic because it came off of Vince's bullseye, and Vince has one on his own magic. So he's looking like he's considering a more conservative play of getting magic out of dodge and playing for next round. He's trying to see if he can maybe get within range 2 of his opponent's magic to try to just daze her, or sorry, KO her.
Magic on magic violence.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all if he can do it.
Yep, looks like he's
Yep,
going for it.
yeah, range 3
Yep,
teleport.
yep.
I,
One walk
I,
should be pretty simple to get within range.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty confident in this.
looks good to me. And he's got the tokens for war. Ooh, baby. Jin, if you have not played
Yep.
with a war magic, I highly encourage you to do so. It is oodles of fun.
I've been on the receiving end of the war magic, and it is quite good.
Yeah. So are we seeing tokens? Oh, do we not?
Oh, no tokens. Surprised.
Who
Uh,
needs war magic when you just roll 5 successes on 5 dice, though, Jin?
Hmm. True story. Oh, no wilds, unfortunately, to reverse pierce anything, it seems like.
Yep, so magic's going to take 4 here and die?
Um, oh, geez. I think you're right.
Yeah, Vince showing yet again he's a prophet. There's no reason to use war if you know you're going to hit 5 successes.
Do we do a Xavier stream here then?
It's tough, right? Because you don't really want to use Dream to save a model who's not scoring you any VPs and has already activated. So I feel like there's an algorithm that says whether or not you should do it here. I'm just not privy to that.
Yeah. Emotionally, I want to do it, but you're right. Maybe pragmatically sense-wise, it doesn't make sense. Since, yeah, Magic A is kind of on a limb, and she's probably likely to die.
I think
Oh,
we are
no.
seeing the Xavier stream here.
All
Yeah,
right.
remember that Sooner does have priority, so he'll be able to open up with his own magic and get that scroll and maybe get to safety. Okay. Either way, though, for Vince, I think you feel good about your magic's in a safe spot. You've gotten him to burn Xavier's dream. You've still got an Apocalypse to activate. I think both players are walking away from this interaction feeling kind of okay about it. Now Vince
Yep.
just really needs that Psylocke to survive. Beast
Okay. Yep. You
Beast and
could
Apoc still
could
go for Vince, so there's definitely a world where Vince goes up on the secures this round.
Yeah, that's very true. I think for a second though, it looks like Sooner was measuring whether or not a walk-in Phoenix kick might be the thing to do into Salak, especially since you have well, no, you don't have rerolls online, but yeah, 5 dice, versus three, not counting blanks would be it's not the worst math I think to do 1 damage.
Yeah, otherwise Shang doesn't really have anything else he can do to be super impactful. Um, Looks like he's gonna walk and try to flip that point first, which definitely makes a lot of sense.
I think so, yeah. And you can still get an attack by doing a charge anyway right afterwards.
Yep. So Shang's gonna walk up. He's gonna roll his 3 dice plus reroll.
Yep. All right, gets it, no problem, easy peasy.
Okay, so we're 2-2 on the secures again. Currently 2-1 on the extracts, although there's a good chance the Sooner is gonna make that a 1-1 extract game. Doesn't look like he'll be in range 3.
Nope, it has to be a charge, but that's
Yep.
okay. We've been passing power diligently to Shang, so he's definitely got the power to charge.
Yep, so we're going to see 6 Mystic into 4 Mystic. Rerolls. He's got Horseman rerolls and 1 Power reroll for his Psylocke.
Yep, so not impossible for Vincent Psylocke to live through this attack.
Wait, is she 333 or 334?
334.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see how many dice are rolled here. Oh, physical. Interesting.
Just 2 successes from
Oh,
Sooner. Just 1 block from Vince, but he's got rerolls available to him.
yep, just going to spend the 1 power to try to live for the first reroll. Or he's potentially doing tokens instead. Yep,
Yeah,
spending the
tokens instead.
tokens.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, you want to roll 2 dice and see if you need to clean up with the last power. Oh, unfortunate. Now he's going to have to rely on that single die reroll to try to negate that last bit of damage. And we do it.
Hey, he does it.
Okay, so no power for Shang-Chi, so no 5 elements fist follow-ups as a result.
Yeah, that's huge for Vince. I think he was probably expecting his Psylocke to go down, but hoping that she wouldn't.
Yep, this is definitely
Yeah, and now
a big.
Apoc's gonna try to go and remove that rogue activation, or perhaps flip a point.
Interesting. Trying to see if APOC potentially gets on the point. Depending on the angle, he might be able to actually.
Yeah, then he'll get 1 shot into Jane.
He might try to hit Rogue once on the way there.
I
Uh,
don't know if he'll have range for it.
it's close because of the large base, but yeah, I would prefer to go into Jane personally, just because she is already injured, and you probably want to either get that root or shock. But no, she can't be shocked, so it has to be root on her.
Okay, Beast looks like he's gonna activate. He can't double walk over to that point, so he's hoping for the ambush here. He's got some rerolls if he needs them to be able to get onto that point. I mean, if you're probably hoping to get the ambush and then throw her and slow
Yep.
her.
Ooh, perfect. You got the ambush and a skull to get some power.
Absolutely. So now he's got money to throw, pest bomb, and flip the point.
Yep.
It's exactly
All
what
things
you want.
possible.
Pestilence hasn't really had a huge impact on this game, huh? I think he's
It hasn't.
only pest bombed once.
Yeah, I think part of it was just the way the deployment ended up working out. That Beast was on a side that didn't have a lot of models clustered together.
Yeah,
So maybe that just became less, value. I would say, intense. If he was on the other side with like Charles and Jane and Shang, obviously, I think that would have been a much bigger impact there.
absolutely. So let's see what he opts to do now. Let's keep an eye on his horseman tokens. He's got 4 power on Beast. Let's see.
Yep,
Let's see. What does he spend here? 2 power to throw.
that makes sense. You just want to get Rogue off the point to make this flip a little easier.
Yeah, I would have. I was a little surprised you don't slow her and then throw her towards Apocalypse. I mean, she's gonna be able to
I
walk where she wants. She's gonna be able to walk anyway. But so I guess it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, I think as long as Vince is able to line up the angle correctly, you should be able to still do things. Even though, yeah, it would be easier. I think, yeah, agreed. To just pass bomb first, right, and then throw, right?
Okay, he's gonna
But this should do,
ding rogue for a damage in the process.
or not. Actually, I think they just missed it.
That's fine. So you roll the point here. Let's see if he gets it. He does. No skull though. And she is within 2, so he can choose the pestilence if he wants to. He does not.
Oh, interesting. All right. Opting to save the tokens for the rerolls or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, Rogue's not in a position right now to go score you additional VPs other than the one that Beast is on, and APOC gets there anyway.
Yeah. I guess for me personally, like, I think a route would be interesting just because, you spend two horseman tokens, you get one back, and then Rogue probably has to spend, three extra power to do everything next round.
Yeah, sure, if she wants to throw, charge, things of
Throw
that nature.
charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She's starting off with a mutant absorption.
Yep. Beast only has one power, unfortunately. So
Okay.
let's see. Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Just
sap
just two.
one and take a damage. Seems like a he's debating what his next move is going to be.
Yep.
I mean, no brace online, no recal, no power for Beast, so Sooner's got a lot of really good options here to take Beast off the board, or at least daze him
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah, definitely very much heart of the cards or the heart of the dice at this point.
Yeah, he's got a size 2 throw, he's got a charge, so he can double tap and throw. Okay, looks like we're seeing an
Okay, looks
attack come
like,
in.
yep, energy builder looks like a couple crits to resolve.
One block on Vince's side, he's skull locked, so he can't get any more than that.
Okay, so far three for Sooner. Let's
TG Lord asks if it was possible for us, maybe Rogue, to walk Mutant Absorption Psylocke. I don't think so, but
I think she would be too far away from this angle.
yeah. Good hit coming in from Sooner, so it does 2 damage to Beast. Beast
Live
does,
on one.
yep, we're seeing the charge come into play now. I didn't see who he passed power to. I think it was Jane. Can you tell that?
Let's see.
He did not pass power, as far as I
Nope,
can
no
tell.
power has
Okay.
passed yet, so maybe he'll remember after this charge.
Good hit. 4 successes into 2 blocks for Vince. So that is going to daze Beast and make the flip a lot easier for Rogue.
Yep. Got at least one success, so he's able to flip that back for X-Men.
Yeah, so right now we're seeing, at the moment, if nothing changes, we're seeing 4 for Vince, 3 for Sooner. So it feels bad to spend another round just double walking with Apocalypse, but at the same time, if it scores you a VP, you can get a nice little cushion here, especially because you expect your Psylocke to go down next round. So you might want that
Yeah.
cushion.
Yep. Allows Apocalypse to make sure he's in a place for maximum effectiveness.
Yeah. Okay, so Famine Hop coming in here from Apocalypse. He's going to be able to walk to that secure on the north side and take a swing into probably Jane.
I would imagine, yeah, you want to hit Jane just to put pressure on her as fast as possible.
Yeah. Right now we've got extracts on Psylocke, who's alive on 1 for Vince, and 1 on Magic for Vince. On Sooner's side, just on Shang-Chi, we've got 1 scroll sitting on the ground in between a dazed Bullseye and a Magic who's under heavy threat from Vince's Magic. Okay, Apoc's going to lay into Thor here. 7 into 4. Should be no
Yep.
rerolls
Like,
available, but we missed that earlier. What's up?
nope, we're good.
Okay.
So,
Big hit coming for
ooh,
Vince. 5 successes. 2 blocks for Jane.
okay. And it should be no rerolls if we remember the type of the Mystic. Looks like one Horseman token reroll, which does convert into another wild. 5 wilds.
So 6 into 2 blocks. So she's taking 4. She should not be able to reroll here, but she does have recal available. Okay.
Nope.
They
Sooner
are they do
opting to
remember this
take.
time. Yep.
Yep.
So Jane alive on 2. Apoc has finished all of his actions. Let's see. I think he still has to flip the point, right? He opts to put a root on Jane because he
Okay,
can't shock her. And now
correct.
APOC is going to roll on the point.
Yep. It's uncontested, so we just need one success. Gets it, no problem.
Okay, so that's going to be 5 for Vince this round is going to go up to 12 points, and 2 for Sooner is going to go to 10. So right now, Vince with a little bit of a lead, but at the same time, his Psylocke is likely to go down next round. Curious to see what Sooner opens up with here because his Jane has only 2 health left. So, but his magic has only 3 left, so he's going to lose one of those 2 models more than likely. So right now he's got to decide which one is going to have the more impactful activation.
I gotta imagine it's Jane because if you can daze Apocalypse for this supposedly potentially last round,
Yeah.
that might be pretty big.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean like I would probably assume you go with Jane here, but I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know if there is a objectively right call, but I'm assuming it involves playing Jane, who's not within 3 of Psylocke. She can obviously charge to do so. Vince checking for celestial technology targets. Doesn't find any that he wants. I don't think you want a celestial tech beast here.
No, and like I said, if Jane opts to the spender, despite the fact it would hit Professor X, it might also hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you might be aware of that as Vince, before pulling people within two or within one of him.
yeah. He's measuring 4 off of Psylocke. Psylocke does have stealth. Vince definitely in a good position here because he's got enough extracts collapsed down on the south part here where he could just focus on trying to score his 4 and feel reasonably good about it. I mean, his beast can pest and throw Rogue short so that she can't. In fact, I don't think Vince has a good way to get over to those secures and flip them other than his own. I'm sorry, I said Vince. Sooner. Other than his own magic, who's under heavy threat from Bullseye and Vince's magic.
Yeah, I agree. I think the game board state definitely favors Vince currently between the VP leads and the fact that at the south end there really isn't much pressure on those two secures in that extract. Besides the lone magic, who is in a pickle for sure, health wise.
Yeah, I mean, Sooner's gonna go into the tank right now and try to find the best line um, that gives him his out to win the game.
So maybe we do activate magic first just to get her out of there. But I
Thing
don't
is,
know.
the thing is, Magic would have to survive both Bullseye or Magic. It's a tall ask because Bullseye can, potentially double spender. Sooner's Magic does have 4 power, so like maybe you can like double builder Magic. You hope to kill her. Oh, she's got reverse pierce though, Jin.
Yeah, part of me is wondering, like, do you just kill Bullseye instead, pick up the objective, and just hope that your Sorcerer Supreme can just like let you tank all the incoming magic hits?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure what the right answer is, or even if there is a right answer. You're putting the game on dice right now and hoping that your dice can, dig you out of this position.
Yeah.
Jane is
Yeah.
choosing to spend 4, so she is going to either be charging here or spending.
Uh, mm.
Yeah, he's going to just go into Apocalypse,
Yep.
which makes
Gonna
sense,
do a
right? Because
charge.
Psylocke can't really run away from Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Okay, so Psylocke's going to charge and punch APOC with 6 dice, reroll 2, plus Charles rerolls.
Yep. So Mighty Thor here does have a pretty good shot of doing some very good damage into APOC.
Yeah,
So let's see
not
what the dice cooperate.
Vince does have Immortal Servants though.
Oh, true story. Ooh, couple skull locks. That's a rough start
Yeah,
for
unfortunate
Sooner.
there. Right now Vince blocking everything. Uh,
Does get the throw though.
yeah, poking 1 damage through on APOC, which he'll be able to heal back. Yeah, it's rough for Sooner. He could still. He doesn't have power to. I was gonna say maybe he could throw and Spender, but he won't have the power to do so because of the root. You could still ding him for a damage, but throw here, and then you Spender, and you hope to get through the Immortal Servants.
Yeah. I mean, it is just a recal at the end of the day, and we've seen recals that have like done the opposite of what the player wanted them to do.
Yeah. Okay, so
Right. Yep.
Apoc will be able to heal back 1 of those damage. So he should be at 8 power and 1 damage on him. And we're going to see a Spender come in here from Jane more than likely.
Yep. Outside of Beast, unfortunately, I believe Sooner thought about maybe we can just finish Beast out that way, but it looks like that won't happen.
Yeah, he was hoping to push through a little bit more damage on that builder and then give himself some options. If he had done more damage with the builder, he can throw and Spender, but just didn't work out for him. I guess he did throw here.
I think maybe that was a roll on the point.
No, it was a throw. Apoc took 3
Oh,
damage on that. That's actually great for Sooner, because now he's got
yep.
6 dice with rerolls from Charles. 2 blocks
Oh,
from Vince, poking 1 through from Sooner, but he's got Charles rerolls. Charles is going to spend 3 to reroll 3 of Sooner's dice. He's going to need 2 of these to convert.
yes. And he, oh, all three convert. That is very good.
Okay, we're going to see a very quick Immortal Servants here, I assume.
Yeah, this is a really big activation to try to maintain. So I would imagine that Vince would highly consider the Immortal Servants now. But yeah, Sooner clutching it out that last attack, even the first one did not do so well.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Skull Lock on either player's side, so I don't know what the math is, but I assume 6 into 4, you expect to live through that after an Immortal Servants. There it is. So we're seeing the Immortal Servants come out here.
Yep.
Everybody's going to reroll. 2 blocks for
Yay.
Vince. So only poking 2 through from Sooner here. So APOC will live, no wilds. Oh man,
Huge, huge Immortal
yeah.
Servants.
Jane
Not sure what that
does,
last.
yeah, she rolls in the point. So I mean, you feel good right now if you're Vince because your APOC survived, but he is very much under threat from Charles or Rogue. Psylocke's also under heavy threat, but maybe you still just go with Vince. You just war magic and try to wrap up that side down there. You only need four
Yeah, I
VPs
think
to win.
yeah, so if you just want to take away activations, I think that would be completely fine.
Yeah, if you can finish the round out with parity, you just win the game. I don't know the distances here, Jim, but do you think Xavier or Rogue could get to those south terminals to flip?
South terminals, you would need a double walk with Xavier, double walk with Rogue.
But they should be able to
So they
get
only
there, right?
would, yeah, they should be able to get there, but it would require their entire turn basically to do so.
Looks like APOC is spending power right now. So it
Yep,
looks like he spent 4, so a war attack into Xavier maybe?
yep.
Yeah, so that's gonna be
So
5 successes, or sorry, 6 successes for Vince into 1 block from Charles, so that would get him with 1 shot.
yep,
Recal coming here, I think. Yeah, Recal.
sounds good. Yep, there is some skull locks for at least one side. Still poking in 4.
So Xavier takes 3, and the great thing about that for Vince is that no fallback online for Sooner because he had to spend the power for recal. So APOC will now be able to spend her. No wild. Yeah, spends two again to go through Charles's defenses. And then I
Yep.
think we see another three come out here for the spender, so it'll
Mhm.
be 8 dice into two.
Is Yep. Just throwing raw dice in the Professor X.
Oh, not a great hit.
Oh, good block on
Oh,
the 2 dice.
yeah. He still has horseman rerolls if he needs them.
He's going to need them because we were seeing a 3 block from Charles trying to stay
Ooh,
alive here.
that's a tough whiff from APOC there. He is spending the horseman tokens because he needs to convert both of these.
Yeah, if Vince is able to convert for both. Oh, he does not. Charles is alive on one.
Oof. I still wonder if opening up with your magic and just using war was the stronger play there.
Um,
But
yeah, I
again,
mean,
I
if you
guess
just
but
want
if
to,
APOC gets Professor X, that's just one less model that can flip a point.
yeah, and also
Uh,
you turn off the power passing, for whatever it's worth.
yeah.
So
So I think that was a good. It just didn't work out. That was a good hit
yeah, I mean,
because
a
if
war
you if
war
you
builder,
yeah
yeah,
if you get Xavier there, that's one less model that can flip. So it's just Rogue, and I mean, there's definitely a world where Beast can slow her and throw her so that she can't flip those points. Definitely been an interesting
yeah,
game.
definitely has been. Yeah, I mean, Beast is in a great spot here too because, like, well, I was gonna say that if Charles dazed, but since he didn't, but if Charles were to KO, then Beast feels great, like at the moment.
You know what else you could do too is potentially even first one to give APOC another activation. I'm not saying you should do that right now, but it's an option you have if you want to get one more
Well,
attack in or a flip.
yeah, I think if Apox survives the next attack, then you maybe consider playing the first one here. So it's tricky because like you have to wait until after he's activated, right, to remove the activation token.
But you still need your own activations remaining in order to actually do it, yeah.
Yeah, and he also needs 4 power, which he does not have, I think, at the moment.
True, 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 true.
So he is yeah, he needs to take exactly 1 damage and only 1 damage. And then he's allowed to play first one later in the round.
So right now we've got an extract for Vince on a 1 health Psylocke, on a Magic who's fully healthy, and one lying on the ground. And for Sooner, we've got one on a fully healthy Shang-Chi who's staring down that Psylocke. Apoc's taking 5 out of 7 damage. Toto's KO'd. Sooner right now is trying to see what options Bullseye has available to him. The pressure's definitely on Sooner here. Hmm. The double walk flip from Bullseye looks like it's going to be a little tight. Now that APOC is gone, though, you don't feel a ton of pressure as Sooner to activate your Rogue or your Shang. So maybe you get to activate your magic now and get her into a safe position to impact the game, whether that's
I think so,
flipping or
yeah.
grabbing, etc.
Agreed. So the question is whether he teleports 2 to attack Bullseye, or we're just gonna bump 1 just to grab the objective. I think you just gotta take out Bullseye.
And hope that magic doesn't push through damage on your reverse pierce.
Yep. I mean, like Bullseye just being able to do very consistent damage to the magic, when you only have 3 health left, it feels really scary.
Sooner was trying to measure on Charles there, but the ruler is not cooperating with him. This is also a good play from Sooner here. Just go kill Psylocke.
Yep, frees up Shang-Chi to do other things.
Yeah, there's not much else Shang-Chi can really do, though, right? To impact scoring this round, other than take out Psylocke?
Yeah, I guess maybe the cleanup and like fix any points that get reflipped by a beast or something later in the round.
It's true.
Yeah, I like this. And Charles is not holding anything right now, so if we can do one damage to Psylocke and pick up the point, that would be nice for sooner, scoring wise.
Yeah, no Horseman tokens right now on Vince's side, only one power on Psylocke, so not going to be easy for her to survive.
Now, which of her, hmm, oh, which of his two attacks is he going to use?
Yeah, Charles has 4 power here, so he's got access to whatever he wants. Alright, he's going to be outside of range 2, so no martial artist. Not that it matters, because he's a psychic attacker, or mystic attacker.
Yep. But seriously, do we consider Astral Duel here?
Uh, yeah, I think it's the most dice. Is it the most dice you can throw, right? It'd be 8 dice?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Yep, we're going to see
We're
that.
dueling.
No mods for Psylocke then. So 8 and 4.
It's time to duel.
Great hit from Sooner, so she is definitely going to go down. Still 1 power left on Charles, so he'll be able to pick up here.
Yep. All right, picking that up immediately and see if Charles can pass a 2-die test. He somehow does. It's a miracle.
Yeah, so he's not moving, which is great because if he got pushed, then Beast would be able to maybe attack him and take him down.
Yep, so you now really have to commit. Charles has 0 power, though, so any collision into him will probably kill him.
Hmm. He's got a brace.
Well, he's got 0 power, though.
Oh, yes, it does cost power to play brace. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
It looks like Beast can just walk once, throw a model. The problem, though, is that you have to survive 2 attacks from Shang-Chi and also survive Rogue.
Yep. So I was thinking that. Do you feel that we can hold off on the beast activation here? Because like I think Sean only gets one attack into Beast. Rogue, if you attack Beast, means that she can't go down to flip the south points.
Hmm.
Um, so I kind of feel that like it's probably okay to go with Bullseye or somebody here now to see if we can just kill magic.
That makes
You could
sense to me.
potentially do it. Yeah, you could potentially do if they're within. Were they within 3? I think they were within 3, right? Or
And if Beast walks here,
uh,
he'll be able to throw. Does he actually get Thor far enough to actually hit Charles with a short throw?
uh,
I'm not sure.
it's it's close, but sketchy.
I mean, given the Beast is on 5 power, I wouldn't hate a slow on Rogue before he walks away.
Yeah, if you slow Rogue before walking away, I think that really is going to hamper the
Yeah, I'm
Sooner's
genuinely
ability
surprised
to.
we haven't seen Pestilence come into play at all for Beast this game.
Yeah,
All right, 2 power coming out here, so I guess we're gonna see a throw on Rogue. Yeah, so she definitely will not be able to flip points now.
yeah,
Oh man.
yep. A throw here. No tokens to Pestilence Bomb, so I think we're just walking away. Yep, we're just walking away.
Yeah, he does have the power. Although you know what the problem too is, Jin. If he if he rolls an ambush here, then Shang-Chi will be able to double tap.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Does a short throw get Jane into Charles?
So we're spending one first to just roll on the point while it's uncontested. We do get it, and he gets a power.
Ooh. That is the best case scenario there. Oh, he's just
Yep.
inside of range, the range to pick up. I mean, I don't know if that's a perfect
Well,
measurement, actually.
it's close enough. He might still be fine. Looks like he's paying the tax to hit it at his smaller defense. Oh, rough roll for Vince. That's heartbreaking.
Does get a power back, so he can
It does.
still throw Jane.
Well, no, you just threw a rogue earlier, so you can't throw again.
Oh, right. So we're hitting the 2 hour and 30 minute mark right now, Jin. So we're not as sharp and fresh as we were 2 hours ago.
I'm probably waking up in another hour, I think.
Yeah, see, this is the time that I normally go to bed, and this is the time that you normally start looking for games.
Yep.
Okay, so that was Beast's activation. He does flip a point, so he feels okay about that. But I think you definitely wanted to get Charles.
Yep.
Notable too that
Mike, remind me,
go ahead.
top right, secure. Who has it currently?
Uh, it belongs to Sooner. So right now the secures are 3-1 in Vince's favor, although very likely that Shang-Chi takes that back from Beast. We have
Hmm.
a teleport from Magic here so that he'll be able to pick up the scroll. Power was passed to Rogue. Scroll test. Passes. What does she opt to do next? Looking very likely like a walk flip here.
Looks like it, yeah. If Sooner wants to slow down the scoring, a flip must occur now.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is that if he flips this here, he does not have fallback power. So Vince can walk and war into Magic and maybe leave her alive on one or something. Although
Yep.
I don't think Bullseye will be able to hit her anyway. She does flip the point. Pretty good activation there
Yeah,
for Magic.
Bulls. Yeah, it's going to be really close to if Bullseye can get there or not. Um,
Yeah, I'm still surprised that Vince didn't go into Magic earlier. Like,
I would agree with that, and that's certainly something that we can ask him about, because obviously there's also probably player fatigue on the other side as well. So
oh yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you also just get tunnel vision sometimes. I am very much susceptible to that. Okay,
Uh,
hopefully we remember that Bullseye is not a range 4 character anymore.
isn't he though? Because isn't his spender still range 4?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we can still do that.
Yeah, Pincushion. He
Pincushion,
is.
yep. So is oh yeah, he does have enough to pincushion and hit and run.
Yeah, but he won't have power to pick up then if he does that.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, so the hit and run part really won't impact it. It just allows Bullseye to be in a better position, I guess, next round.
Yep. He'll start on the point, and yeah, and hopefully Magic will be gone with the rapid fire attacks that's happening now.
Yeah. The problem now is that it's seemingly unlikely that Vince walks away with the 4 VPs he needs. He would need a miracle for Beast not to get pushed off that point and score. Okay, so we are seeing the hit and run.
Yep. All the research spent. So
Great hit coming in from Vince.
yep. Oh, converts it. So I think that will get it with just the first attack.
Yeah. Yeah, TG Lord, that's what I would have expected as well. I mean, Magic at least can like walk and flip now, but so it's likely that Vince goes to 15 this round, but that gives Sooner the opportunity to go to 14. Now,
I was thinking that if you want to play the first one on somebody, I mean, Apophis could go down and grab that scroll, right, to get the 4 VPs.
yes. He might be able to. Well, he actually might have body blocked himself now. But
Uh, yeah,
move,
move
famine
famine.
hop.
Yeah, and then pick up.
Yeah, it's tight. I'm not
It is tight.
sure.
Yes.
But you'd also have to survive attacks first. Like you'd have to survive Rogue or Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how good you feel about that. Oh, once again, he doesn't have power for first one anyway.
Yep. That's right. That's right. Sorry again, Mike. Whoever else mentioned that earlier. Okay. Yeah. So that's definitely not happening this round.
Yeah, so Magic's got the one scroll for Vince. One scroll sitting on the ground next to his bullseye. And then for Sooner, we've got them on Shang-Chi and Xavier. Oh man, I am also super hungry. I might grab a cookie in a minute here.
Yeah.
All right, Shang-Chi
Maybe
is
during the.
charging. Goal here is to push Beast off that point. Passes the power to Xavier, so he's gonna have a reroll available to him.
Yep. Imagine this is a Mystic, so just hit the lower defense. Oh,
Good hit coming in.
yep. So far,
Uh,
3 for Shang. Beast could spend 2 for Stars and Garters here to try to block everything. And if he does, that means that there will be no push. However, this Crisis only cares about healthy characters, so at the moment, Shang's test is currently uncontested.
mhm. Yeah, that's true. So he's got
Yep, so it looks like
another
couple
attack if he
power.
wants it.
Right, do we see 5 Elements Fist here at all?
I don't think you'd need to.
I don't think so either, yeah.
You can just punch Beast again. You've got a reroll from
Yep,
Charles. You're likely to get him.
yep.
Oh
Alright,
no,
so
he
we
does.
flip the
He
point.
rolls on the point. Yeah. So right now, Sooner is scoring 4-5, which would take him to 15. A lot of pressure on Magic to flip that point. Second attack coming in here. Not a great hit and an okay enough block. We do have a stagger for what that's worth.
Yep.
Do we see any Charles reroll? I don't think so, just because you are not. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a reroll here. And Beast. Let's see if Beast opts to reroll. Nope, just a stagger.
Oh, there
He
is
Beast rerolls
2
coming in. Yep,
rerolls. Oh, didn't convert.
unfortunate. So what does that leave Beast at? Live on. He's got 2 left. Okay.
Yep. So he's currently on 2 health remaining and a stagger condition on him.
Hmm. I almost, I almost asked again about first one, and I stopped
Yeah.
myself. I stopped myself this time.
But
But
wait, guys, what about first? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it's
all
unfortunate. We
right,
want to see it, but we need more
Magic's gonna
power.
double walk here and flip, or attempt to flip. If he doesn't get it, is there a world where Sooner can win? I don't think so.
Let's see. Sooners currently scoring 2 extracts. He would need to flip. Uh,
One more point.
yeah.
Magic is holding an extract, so it's pretty likely she gets this flip.
Yep. But I don't want to do a commentator's curse on this when it's such a pivotal uh, point of this game because man, this has been a great game so far. Condition, misses aside, like I
Yeah.
think the playlines have been very interesting.
Magic just walks once. You know what's funny though?
Yep.
If we look back at round one, if Vince rolls with Beast and gets that, he'd be at 13 right now. And he'd have what he
Yep.
needs. Unfortunate.
He would have.
I had that at the at Summer Slaughter. I was at 15 points against Gurren, but round one I walked a model off of my D shape. I just absence of mind. So I was like, if I lose this game because I walked a model off round one, I'm gonna be super mad. It's all right. Karnak just blocked three Mephisto attacks and a Devil's Due. No big deal.
I wish I had Karnak activations like that, or defense rolls that I should say. My Karnak that does not live that long, unfortunately. Okay.
Magic just decides to walk a second time here. Yeah, Sooner won't
Yep,
be able.
sandwiching
Yeah,
her.
he won't be able to double walk, but he might want to do that anyway just to set himself up for next round to have an impactful rogue activation. Vince will be getting priority here. His Apoc's got a lot of work though, right? His Apoc's got to get rid of Jane and Charles at the top of the next round.
Not impossible. I think just because like how damaged both those characters are right now, I
Yeah.
personally wouldn't be surprised if they do go down.
Yeah, Sooner's he's trying to get there. You know what would have helped make sure Sooner can't get there? A slow.
Uh, a slow, yeah. I think probably I assume the lack of tokens at the time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
I wouldn't hate seeing like a double walk and on your way just like a mutant absorption into Apocalypse so he has less power next round to do things, maybe?
yeah. If you can get rid of a bunch of Apoc's power, then that means that Charles at least has a fighting chance of not dying in one attack.
Yeah, exactly. He won't be able to go through the defenses.
Okay.
Yeah, but soon as he's going to opt to put Rogue in a position. Oh, maybe he's thinking about it. I was going to say put
Yeah.
Rogue in a position to impact either point next round. Yeah,
There you
he
go.
sees the mutant absorption. I could be wrong. He could also just spend her or something. I don't know if you feel the need to daze APOC right now.
No, you shouldn't because he's not doing anything right now, and you want him on the two health, right? So that he's easy to daze himself next round.
Correct. Yeah.
Um,
All right. So mutant absorption. Watch him high roll this and get five successes and daze APOC.
if you flip APOC, you're going to be very sad as sooner. Yes.
Passes a power to Shang-Chi.
Okay, so as long as he doesn't roll five successes, this is fine. Okay,
Just two. So
all right.
that
So
does take. He'll have two power at the top of next round, so he'll still be able to use his horseman stuff, but and be able to. I don't know if he's actually going to be in range of Charles to get him. He might have to go through Jane first, then Famine Hop into Thor. I'm sorry,
I
Famine Hop
think
into
so. Yeah,
Charles.
I think you do a Mystic Punch. Yeah, into Thor. Hopefully, get the power and KO from that. You Family Hop, and then you hit Charles.
Absolutely. So Vince now has the priority. He's in danger of getting a major swing against him this round. Maybe you maybe you just go into Rogue, right? Because then you have less threatening you on that side, and you can. I guess Jane could still walk Spender. I mean, walk Charge into Bullseye. I'm not sure here, but
Mm,
maybe you don't
yeah,
care
that
about getting Charles. Maybe you just wanna get Jane and Rogue.
yeah. I think getting rid of Jane and Rope is good enough. Jane's definitely the easiest one to do, so I think we're just going to do a very natural seven die Mystic Builder.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna opt to war it. He might be going for the more optimal play of just trying to get Jane the two damage he needs on her, and then war into Rogue. I don't know if
I
he's
think
actually
that's
in range of Rogue to do that, but
yeah, they're within two. Remember, because Mutant
oh right,
Absorption
right,
just
right.
happened.
Of course. Yeah, Brady calling out. If we could take care of the ladies, then he should be safe to score his 4 points.
Oh,
3 successes. Oh no, she's gonna live. And Charles has
she
Charles
is.
rerolls. Yeah. Unfortunate. He does have a horseman token reroll, which he can opt to do, and he is gonna
Looks
take
like
it.
he's
Yep.
did convert the 4.
So now the Charles rerolls have to come through here.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
Otherwise,
he only spent one on Charles?
yeah, because it's skull locked.
Oh, right, right, right. I just missed that. Big defensive reroll here.
Ooh, big conversion. For Suitor. Yeah, that's awesome for him. Okay,
Oh,
so
Nobility calling out that if he pestilences here, he will kill Jane. I mean, his goal was I mean, he does have fallback. Yeah, he could also fall back here to prevent that.
yep,
I don't know if either player is thinking about that at this point in the game.
yeah, that's a good line though. Thanks, Nobility.
Oh yeah, Brady calls out
We
the
appreciate it.
better thing would be to hit Rogue than Pest Bomb, so you get into both models potentially.
Yes,
But again, Sooner is sitting on fallback if he wants it.
yeah, and maybe I would imagine that it might be fairly late that maybe either don't see that.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Jin, is I'm gonna walk 4 feet and get some Oreos,
Yeah, I gotcha.
and then you can let me know what happens.
Okay, do your thing. All right, everybody. Momentary solo podcast as our co-host goes to get some sugar. All right, looks like Vince is figuring out our next action. Fallback was not used, it looks like, so Vince does have some more cards on the table that he could play to finish out this situation.
All right, we're back.
Okay, we're seeing 2 power, and we're going to see which power is being activated from Apocalypse. No Horseman took the pay for it, so is this a Fury? Oh, yep, looks like a Pestilence Bomb, as was called out earlier. Okay, and do we put a condition on both Shang? Yep, gets a slow there. Yep, and then on Rogue, another slow. Big impactful conditions to make it much more difficult for Sooner to sort of close out. All right, and looks like another attack.
Yep, 7 into 3.
I assume this is Rogue. Ooh, no blocks from Rogue.
Yeah, but does get to put another condition on her.
Yep, so
So she's
already
gonna take
slowed.
two.
So
Now you shock her.
I believe you should shock her.
Yeah, so then now she should have a less impactful activation because she needs to kill one of those two models down there. Shang won't be able to get there. Not as big of an activation from APOC as you would have liked, but still a good activation.
I'd say that's still just as good, honestly. Like
And you know what, Jin?
getting.
He does not have power to first one. It's very important.
I was just going to call that out, Mike, because like I said, we're going to keep talking about it, and it's just not going to be a possibility. I have so many requests from chat just to do awful things. All right, looks like we are going with Rogue. I believe
She's
this is probably going to be a charge. Yes.
Yeah, she's got to get him here. If Bullseye's able to activate, I'm sorry, if she doesn't get him here with one shot, Bullseye gets to run away.
Yep. And if you get a parting shot from this too, that would be also pretty rough for Rogue.
Yeah, it's a scary dice roll for both players. Chat, let me know how that other game's going right now. Not a great hit from Sooner. That shock proving to be impactful here. Blocked by Bullseye.
Does have the power though,
Oh mama.
or just immediately going into another. Oh, I think that was immune absorption.
Yes.
Yep.
which deals 1 damage, saps his power.
Yep. Funny enough, I think Sooner missed the fact that he had a sap power, so he should have done 2 damage to Bullseye
Yeah.
there, actually.
He is throwing a piece of terrain here.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, two dodges from Bullseye. He takes just 1 damage still.
Rogue still has spender money online.
Yep. Probably not what Sooner wanted.
Yeah, and now Beast will get to activate. Maybe throw Shang into Xavier. Go flip a point or something. Oh, he is staggered. I forgot about that on Beast.
Yep. Yeah, so Beast will only get to do one thing, basically. So he has to choose if it's going to be a walk flip or a throw walk.
Yeah,
Or maybe just a.
Rogue still has another action left. She is shocked. Suna's gonna think real carefully about it. Uh, he was thinking about spendering. I mean, you have to spend her, right? Like, what is your other option?
I mean, yeah. So currently there is no if you can spend her perfectly to hit magic and just like throw her into bullseye when she has just 1 health left. I mean, there's a miracle that that could happen.
Oh, that's true. She would need to do 5 damage to magic on 5 dice, 6 dice.
Yep.
Who's the
I
attack into here?
mean,
That's a pretty great hit. So we did see the spender come in. Three
oh, great
rocks.
defense.
I'm not sure who the attack was into though. Maybe it was the magic line. Nope, it was
Nope,
bullseye.
into
So he
bullseye.
KO bullseye there.
All right, just so to make sure that bullseye doesn't just go and just like attack Rogue
Yeah.
twice to kill her. But that doesn't really matter too
All
much, I
right. So
think, at
let's
the
take
moment.
stock of the VPs available at the moment. Beast, unfortunately, cannot. He can't throw and flip. He's 1 power short of what he needs.
Uh, what he could do though is actually attack Charles, and pay for the decreased defense. And as long as he does 1 damage, we can pick up the objective afterwards.
Is he in range? Is he a medium stick away?
No, if he let's say he gets the oh yeah, that's true. If he
He can't
doesn't
place on a dead model,
advise
yeah.
them if they battle. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, you're correct there.
I think Shang-Chi is going to be able to. So right now, Vince is scoring 3. He's essentially guaranteed to score 3. And Sooner is scoring 1, 2, 3, 4. So really, if you could just stop Charles from playing the scoring game, something happens. I lost track of the math. As we're about to enter hour 3.
Apologies, Chad, as
18,
I
18. Thank you, TG Lord. God.
yep.
I was going to stream again tomorrow, too, and I'm glad Nobility picked up that game. D. Geisman and Gabe from Montreal. That should be an exciting one. They're going to punch the crap out of each other. And Shang-Chi is slowed, right? But he's on his front side, so he doesn't have his healing or condition removal.
Correct. Yes, so his mobility is very limited at the
Oh,
moment.
Sooner has brace still.
He sure does.
Yeah,
So I think we're just going for the attack.
yeah, Beast paid.
Yep.
Do we get a good hit?
Two.
2.
I
Does
think.
Charles block anything?
Oh, I think he's got him.
Okay, that's a dead Charles.
Yep.
He can choose to
And
play.
additional.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's tight. You might want to play fallback here just to prevent Beast from getting the VP.
yep. To get the skulls, that means that Beast is going to end this attack sequence with 2 power.
Who has last activation? It's going to be.
So last activation is going to belong to Vince
Vince, yeah.
because magic is not gone yet, and only Shang is left.
And then he generated 1 power from that, so he can try to flip here. It's like, why not?
Yep, actually two.
Oh, two
You actually
power.
generate 2 power because you got the hit and the skull.
Hmm. Well, you could flip here and hope the Shang misses, or you could just throw Shang and make sure that he can't impact the game.
I think yeah, the throw Shang plan makes a ton more sense here.
But Jin, can APOC play first one?
Let me double check the math. Asking ChatGPT. No, I think he's just short.
Darn. Who would have thought?
Uh,
Who would have thought, Jin, that first one would be harder to play than World Domina D? These matches.
uh, if you want to step away and get another Oreo cookie, maybe he'll have the power by then.
Joke's on you. I've got the entire box of Oreos directly in front of me.
Well,
Okay.
damn, I didn't know I was dealing with a savage here.
So right now, Nathan, Sooner's trying to figure out what he can do with his Shang-Chi because right now, um, Vince is scoring 1 extract and 2 secures to go to 18, and
Yep,
Sooner should only be
I
able to
think
score 3 points to go to 17.
correct. At the moment, I believe the game would be for Vince.
Yeah, yeah, the throw and the slow very relevant on Shang-Chi right now.
So we'll apologize to Deedon ahead of time if this is the case, so he can hopefully not stress out too much this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I would be stressed out playing into Wakanda. Sometimes they just take the game away from you and don't let you get to play. I know that as someone who's played a lot of Wakanda.
Oh, I know that too as someone who has played a lot of con. That faction is so much fun though, man. All right.
Well, Sooner's gonna play it out and just see what he can do here.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you can't charge and bounce off of APOC. I guess you could move short on a charge, move short again, but you're still gonna be outside of range of magic. You would need you would need a miracle
Yeah.
on your 5 dice there to get her.
Yeah, if Sean was a little closer, you could have potentially do a Phoenix kick and then do a charge, maybe, as a movement to get there. But I think because of the throw, like very smartly, places him well outside of that ability to ping pong off of Apocalypse.
All right here, I think Sooner's just trying to make sure that there's nothing he's missing.
Yeah, I mean the VPs are so close, but it is yeah, it's never a bad idea to check your outs if
Oh,
you've got a moment.
I've had that plenty of times where I just stare at the board and like, surely if I stare harder and longer, the answers will reveal themselves.
Hmm.
But math is math. All right, so we're gonna see an attack here from Shang-Chi into Beast.
Yep, looks like it'll be Mystic. Unfortunately, low hits from Shang.
Yeah, not what he needed there.
I mean, yeah, maybe you just go for the movement, see if that gets you anywhere, but
Yeah, I mean you have to, right? You don't really have any
yeah.
other options here. And and we're out.
Yep. Yeah, needed that Phoenix kick to be able to land on magic and hopefully like flip another point. That would have been the Hail Mary there. So just move once, and that'll be an activation there.
All right, and that's the game. Let's join the players.
Yep.
Gentlemen, thanks for
Yeah,
letting us
don't.
stream. That was
I appreciate it. Thanks
that
for
was a that was
streaming.
a marathon, huh?
It was
I
way
was.
too
I'm
long.
slow. I know. My bad. My
No, no, no.
apologies. I was
It's
just right before you came in. I was apologizing for being slow.
no, it was a good game. I mean, both of you guys, it was fun to watch because it seemed like at different points in the game that each of you had an advantage, and the other person had to kind of think about, all right, how do I work through this problem that's been presented to me? Um, Definitely a lot of interesting lines that I wasn't expecting, and some of them, like Vince, you were simultaneously very aggressive and very conservative in some of your movements, and it was like kind of interesting to see. I was waiting for like a Toad Finder's Keeper at some point so that your magic could be more aggressive, but it didn't come. But she still did some work.
Yeah, I don't love having an extract on Magic, but she did fine, I guess, this
Hmm.
time. She didn't do much offense. So
Yeah, I don't want to keep you guys too long because I mean that was a long game, and like when you have those 1VP games, they're super stressful. So I'll just kind of leave it to you guys. Is there anything that you want to say or talk about with the game before we head out here?
well, I made a very obvious mistake turn round one with Beast. I just forgot to flip the point,
Yeah.
my back home point uncontested. And then I got Omega punished when APOC tried to flip it and failed as well.
Well, I lied.
Um,
I lied to the
that,
chat, Vince. I told them that you just whiffed on it.
oh,
So
okay. No,
trying to
I was
cover your
just
bad.
whipped in pain, so I was just being dumb. Um, but overall, super tight game. Of course, really appreciate the opportunity to play against Sooner. Followed your games for a long time, and I think this is the first time we ever played each other, so
Yeah,
it
well,
was a
you just
pleasure.
whooped my ass, so we're good.
Barely 1 point, 1 point.
So,
uh,
yeah, no, APOC is extremely hard. It's just such a hard matchup. I should have fallen back with Jane. I forgot about the Pest Bomb to do automatic damage, and I could have. I actually thought about it, and I was like, no, she's fine there. Um, I don't think that changes anything. I think APOC just attacks her, but should have done that.
Yeah,
no, that's
don't feel
fair.
bad, Sooner, because I've played a lot of APOC and I wasn't thinking about that either in the moment. Chat called it out. Chat always catches those things that we miss. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's a tough game, right? Like you're playing a 3 hour marathon. It's hard to
it is.
be 100% locked in all the way through that, but either way, it was a really entertaining game to watch with a lot of really cool plays and some interesting die rolls. There was a lot of like, it's hard to, it wasn't like swinging where you had someone hitting 10 and someone hitting nothing. It was more like a lot of alive on ones or just missing out on something or just getting someone. It was a,
Yeah, I think I he did it to me a couple times at the end. Like Professor X lived on one, and then Jane lived on one. But I think I counted earlier in the game 5 times he lived on one, and it was just a killer. My Shang, like, I mean, I regret Shang going over here and charging Psylocke. I mean, I should have just had him over on this side. I should have just let her score the point, because that probably lost me the game. Um, But what do you do? I
yeah.
thought I could do a point. It would save a VP. Obviously, I lost by one VP, but in retrospect, I should have Shango the opposite way. He was just too out of position in the game.
Do you think you were too aggressive at all round one with the pickup on Magic?
Magic. I don't know. I mean, it's. I mean, what are the odds you roll probably like 40%? You roll a crit or a hit. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean,
But
if it,
it's
if it
like,
works out, it feels great. You
yeah.
Yeah.
know, it's one of those things
I
where
mean,
like if it works in your favor, you're in a really good spot because you're really just taking one attack from APOC at that point.
yeah, I was very aggressive overall round one, but I knew he had 6 models and I was going to have to kill his stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and so, yeah, I don't know. I thought about it and I was like, well, if I hit the wild or the crit, I'm in a really good spot, and I would have been in an unbelievable spot if I would have hit it because I would have had 3 extracts,
Yeah.
and APOC would have basically done nothing round one. So it is what it is. It's probably pretty too aggressive, but I wanted
do
to
you
wanted.
sorry, I cut you
Yeah,
off.
go
But
ahead.
do you escape the with the limbo step back?
Yeah. So
Is that
she was
enough?
like,
Okay, okay.
so she was like right here. So I would have limbo
Before she got
stepped.
pushed. Okay.
Yeah. So I would have limbo stepped back here, and APOC probably could have shot her once, but I would have at least had cover, and it would have just been one shot.
Yeah, it'd just be one shot.
Yeah, so I'll take one shot into cover all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the APOC's like in a weird spot out of.
Yeah. So it's definitely a big gamble. I mean, it's probably 50% or less to hit the wild or the crit on 3 dice, but I felt like I needed to be aggressive in this matchup. APOC is a really hard matchup for Chuck. I did not want this matchup, but here we are. So
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Well, thanks for letting us stream, guys. We really appreciate it. For anyone still sitting around, we got 3 more streams tomorrow between Nobility, Chewy, and Nasty. So check those out. Thanks again,
a
guys.
great game, Vince. You played really good, man.
I appreciate it. It was a pleasure. Thanks, guys, for streaming.